welcome to the Downtime Activities channel. This is Matthew along with a bunch of other friends here. Tonight we're going to be playing a Dread game, the horror RPG Dread, in honor of Halloween. Everyone's dressed up, as you can see. We've got our Halloween spirit out and about. So if you don't know what this is, Dread is a tabletop RPG that you use by playing a Jenga game in line with an RPG story. So basically I'm going to be running a story, and then whenever there's a tense moment or players are trying to do something, they have to pull a block from the tower to make sure the characters don't die. If you want more information than that, we do have another video out there right now that's kind of a review and breakdown of the system you can check out. And if you're interested in running a game like this yourself and want to know how to write your own story and that whole process, there's a video of that coming up soon on the channel as well. And I'm going to go around, let everybody introduce their characters, introduce yourselves, introduce who you're playing tonight, kind of just a brief, you don't have to go into too much detail, but just kind of a brief who you are, and also make one pull from the tower just so we can start this thing off a little teetery. So we'll start there and loop around.
I'm Skler. Hello. I am also Stephen Holderson, also unaffectionately named Folderson. I am an 8th grader and I play baseball. And I am not well loved by the popular kids because I am overweight. Sad.
Wah, wah. Bullying's not cool, kids.
And I will immediately die right here.
I mean, it could happen. It could happen.
It could happen.
Do it.
First pull of the night. First pull of the night. Start us off with a bang.
Oh.
Or not
The
bad.
bang of the tower falling over.
I'm gonna have to stand up for this.
That's going to sound great.
Yep. Don't worry, I'm an audio engineer.
He's gonna go for the double pull.
I can't say that word.
How did you make the first pull on a brand new game? Like that too.
And what a start. Moving right along.
I'm Will, as usual, and I am playing Tom Ross. If he's the fat nerd, I'm the skinny nerd. Also, not all that well liked by the popular kids. I'm not going to just force a brick to move. I'm going to actually see if, like that one.
Perfect. Do they intentionally, slightly miscut Jenga pieces?
I have no
I'm
idea.
sure there's just a small amount of miscut
Like a
just in the process.
Yeah. I just wondered. Anyway. moving right along.
I'm Andrea. I'm Lenora Lavender. I'm one of the popular girls. What's your name? Summer. Summer's my
Jones.
bestie. Yeah, I guess I'll make my pull.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Get that out of your way.
Give it me.
Careful with the cake. Careful with the cake.
It's very fragile. Okay.
Ooh, that was smooth.
It is worth knowing that the resident Cleopatra and werewolf here tonight, I think, are the two really good at Jenga people from previous times. You got that right. And so just you know who to try and beat. You want them making all your pulls. Let them do all the work tonight. Moving right along.
My hands.
My name is Jocelyn, and I'm Summer Jones. My bestie is Lenore right here. And I'm one of the popular girls, and I will be calling you, I forgot your name. Folderson the whole time, sir.
The worst.
Because I'm that girl. Alright, I haven't played Jenga in 20 years. Oh, nice. Yay.
All uphill from there.
We, I'm really not all that happy with what we just did there.
It's literally a back and forth zigzag. That's perfect. A great way to start off. And last but definitely not least.
I am second Matt. You can tell that I'm me because I have the big mask on. And I'm playing Billy Johnson. He is a jock kid that likes to run fast and isn't good at school.
But is good friends with the
Yes.
fat nerd and the skinny nerd.
That's true. We play baseball together. We're good friends.
Baseball friends.
I feel like I talked myself up a lot going into
You
this
did.
game,
You
so-
have big shoes to fill, and you bought those shoes, so you better wear them. Also, the fact that this is kind of sitting on the runner, that's what it's called,
Yeah.
a runner,
Mm-hmm.
makes it so the bottom blocks are even more they're not
Yeah.
really gettable. It feels like
Not
'cause it
at
sinks in
all.
a little bit,
Yeah.
which the middle bottom is usually kind of a freebie. Not this time.
All right.
Okay, so let's set the stage a little bit. You guys are a bunch of 8th grade kids. It is the freaking weekend. Time to have some fun.
Baby, we're about to have some fun.
Exactly. Carnival's in town. You know what that means? I mean, this
Yeah.
carnival
Spring
is the first time this some carnivals come and go through your guys' kind of smaller, sleepy town. This is a new one. Haven't seen it before, but it is like a big production from what you're used to seeing. You're used to one rickety Ferris wheel and a 2 tents with house cats spray painted to look like tigers. We're talking little. This is a big production. They fenced off a huge area just outside of town, and you're getting tickets, and all of you as a group have decided to meet up together to go and kind of walk through this place. This is a big moment. You both know your friend here really trying to impress a certain lady friend. So this is his time, he thinks, to probably lay a big fat smooch on her at some point tonight. It's going to be great. Unfortunately, there is going to be a 6th person coming along with you guys tonight. You have been told by your parents that your brother has to come with you. And he's young and he's annoying, but Ryan's a good kid. You want him to come with you and have fun. So all of you guys are going to be riding your bikes to kind of just a little... the town you're from is surrounded by woods, and this is through a kind of big chunk of woods on the other side and kind of a big clearing area that they've set this big circus up. And you guys all set a time that you're going to ride your bikes, meet just outside. Everyone got a little bit of cash from their family, from their parents, to buy tickets and to go and experience the carnival.
Woo.
Apart from that, I think that should be just about everything. So we can just kind of start with... who would be more timely? Would you two and your little brother get somewhere on time, or would you guys be a little late?
No, we'd be late.
You'd be
Yeah,
late?
we'd be late. We'd probably be at my house getting ready.
Yeah,
And then
makeup,
Mm-hmm.
clothes.
Picking what to wear.
Mm-hmm.
Never easy.
Gotta see what shoes I will be wearing. Make sure they're, the right stuff for the circus.
That's right.
I'm probably there too early.
In case she's there,
Right.
you gotta.
I'm there a half hour early, just
Okay.
because I was so excited I just couldn't sit still.
So you guys have all shown up together. Rode in. He insisted on making sure he was there plenty early, just in case they get there early. He doesn't want to make a bad impression on. What's your Summer Jones?
Well, if he's there early, I'm probably there early.
It's probably all 3 of you guys riding in together. So you're kind of having to hang out front for a little while, and you can hear how much fun people are having inside this place. It's pretty bustling. Something that does kind of stand out when you get there is the whole thing is fenced off. It is tall fence, and they have barbed wire wrapped tops. It seems like they're pretty they don't want people breaking in and stealing stuff after these shows. They're pretty tight on security for people sneaking in here. Luckily, you all were given money, though, by family, so you're not going to have to try and sneak into this one. Unless you'd like to. That's up to you. A little bit of waiting. Quite a bit of waiting, honestly, probably. You guys are kind of sitting there. I don't know. What do you guys do to pass the time while you're waiting for the ladies and the little brother to show up?
We're probably talking about his plan.
It's true.
What's the plan?
So we're gonna go on a couple rides. We're gonna play ring toss because I'm great at ring toss. I'm gonna win Summer a plushie, like a toy, and then we're gonna go on the Ferris wheel, and you guys are gonna get Lavender and her Summer's little brother into a different car than us, and we're gonna go up in the Ferris wheel together. You got it? I've thought about this all week. If either of you screw this up for me, you're off the team.
Real tactical genius there, buddy.
Well, I practiced Kenny G on my flute the whole time. You know what I got it down. She's gonna love it.
Fulderson, I swear to God.
Don't call me Fulderson.
If you try to talk about your flute anymore,
Okay. The plan set. Everyone in agreement on what it's going to be, clearly. A little more time goes by and a couple of bikes approach. You can see the two of them riding. What do your bikes look like?
Oh, they definitely have like a little basket.
Ooh, any streamers on the handlebars?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mine does. It's like pink and white streamers with like stickers that I custom put on my bike.
Mine is like just pretty simple, pretty basic, black.
Black. Edgy. I like it. Your little brother, his bike, he's recently off of training wheels, so it's a kind of a dirt, kind of rocky roads through these woods to get out here. It was a little bit of a struggle to get him this far, but he made it. He's got a super cool Buzz Lightyear bike. It is really fast. It is the fastest bike, and he lets you know this because it's got Buzz Lightyear on it. And you guys roll up to the three guys and hop off your bikes.
Hi, Silver.
Hi. Have you guys been waiting here long?
No, we just got here.
Oh.
Then how'd you get that toy already? Didn't you already have a plush toy?
No, we're gonna
Not
win
yet.
the toy.
Okay.
Sorry.
They're going
My
to win
bad.
it.
Continuity error.
Not-
Cut that out.
We'll fix it in post. There is no post for this part of it.
There's no post.
All right. Are you guys ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. So.
So, me and Tom and Lendra and
Not yet. We'll go get to that.
oh right, because we're doing toss. I know the continuity, or my character just doesn't
No, I
listen.
imagine it absolutely.
There's lots to do at the
That's-
carnival. You've
Right,
got
absolutely.
all
I
night.
imagine he's absolutely like. So we're gonna. It's like no.
Not yet. Fucking Boulderson, come on. All right, so you guys go up, get in line. The line's decently long. It seems like a lot of people from town, at least a lot of the kids and youngsters and their parents and stuff are moving through. Takes just a second. You get up to the front of the line. They charge you. You have the money with you. Buy your tickets. I assume everyone's buying their tickets, going in normally. You have enough money to do so. And you get inside. Inside, it's people running all over. There's kind of a crudely done, like staked in map. It seems like it's a drawn little like poster board that kind of just shows like the tent section, the ride section, and the game section where it's laid out. And then there's kind of like a off limits area, and it seems like glancing down one of the walkways, that's where like a bunch of the trailers and stuff that probably hauled all this stuff out here is kind of all parked off to the side. And you can see like it's bustling. There's a big tent kind of set in the back right corner with a couple of smaller tents around it. You know, that's where most of the shows and the acts are, whereas the kind of dead center is the rides, and then left side is the games and food. Where are you guys going? What are you doing?
Funnel cake.
Funnel
I'm
cake.
hungry.
Sounds like a plan.
Ooh.
Ryan
Yeah.
says, I want cotton candy.
Okay, we'll get you some cotton candy, even though you're not supposed to
Nice.
have it.
And you're gonna have to share.
Yeah.
He looks at his sister. Do I have to?
Okay.
Yeah! He jumps with a fist in the air like it's the end of a 70s movie, and then he starts running that way towards the
I
food.
better go follow him.
I'll come with you.
Okay.
I guess we'll just all go.
Yeah, let's all go.
All right, so you guys are heading that way off to the left. Big area. There's lots of stands, some up ring toss.
Ring
There's
toss.
like the little squirt gun shooting games where all the rigged games that no one can win very consistently, and big stuffed animals hung from the rafters up above all of them. And just beyond that, there's a big section with all sorts of food. You can smell sweetness everywhere and deep fried, salt coated, everything. Popcorn, cotton candy, funnel cakes, all the classic circus snacks are out and about here.
Classic.
Buy me a funnel cake.
There you go.
Okay.
I'm buying me 5.
Let's make a poll for diabetes taking home.
Heart attack.
Alright.
I'd like a churro, please.
Okay, they definitely have those.
Do they have any donuts?
You don't see any donuts.
I guess I'll go for a funnel cake.
Funnel cake is the funnel equivalent of a donut.
I thought it was the full equivalent of a cake, personally.
funnel
Fair
cake
point.
a donut or a cake?
It's supposed to do with donut, I guess.
I mean, it is fried.
I'm gonna buy Ryan his cotton candy, and then I'm gonna eat a big plate of the curly fries there with the cheese and the
all the
chili.
goodies
And
on
I'm gonna
top.
steal some off of you.
Yeah.
Because the calories don't count if you're eating off of somebody else's.
And if you're
That's
sharing,
right.
it's half.
He is pumped to get cotton candy, and he's immediately that kid who's just got like gross sticky hands and stickiness all around his mouth. He's like, he grabs it and like eats it, and it gets like spit on it, and he eats it again and rubs it on his face. He's just got like crystal sugar all over him, but he's just having a whale of a time. He's so happy, loves getting the sugar rush going, and he seems excited to go and check some stuff out.
All right.
You guys have some moment, kind of sit, eat. Where are you going next?
Let's go play some ring toss. I'm great at ring toss.
Okay, let's
Nice.
go. Can you show Ryan how to do that?
Yeah, of course. Come on, bud.
I don't want to do ring toss.
Well, what do you want to do, Ryan?
I want to see an elephant.
Okay.
Do they have elephants?
There's a big tent. Who knows?
Big tent full of animals.
What if we do ring toss first, and then we can go see if they have elephants?
Or a couple of us could go with him to see the elephants if they want.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, let's do ring toss all together first, and then we'll go look at the elephants.
Okay.
Cool.
He doesn't sound convinced.
And you guys think there's multiple ring toss tents set up. There's one, and you can see like a rather unenthusiastic clown. It looks like a guy who like got halfway through getting dressed like a clown and then was told like, "No, you're on ring toss tonight." And he's sitting there. He's kind of got like the bald cap on with like the clown hair coming out the side, but no goofy hat on top of it, and like makeup half done. But he seems to be pretty like bubbly and like, "Hey, come on in, take it. Try your luck at the ring toss. You could win this." And you see like this giant koala bear stuffed animal, this huge one. He's like, "You get all 3 rings on, and you get this."
Done.
All right. So you're gonna try and.
Yeah.
Are you showing the kid how to do it, or are you
No,
like immediately
I'm
trying
going
to
for
win?
the kill. We'll have
Okay.
it.
We should
Go ahead and make a
probably
poll.
Try ring toss too, just in case
How do I
he
die
fails.
playing ring toss?
Because if we can win something, and he fails, then
Then we'll get the girl.
That's how it works.
No, we're loyal friends. We don't do that.
That's right.
I mean, if you died playing ring toss,
just frisbees the ring harder. My eye.
Bye.
All right.
You go up there. You toss one ring. Lands on it. Toss a second ring. Lands on it. Toss a third. Rings around the edge and falls off. And he says, tough luck, friend. No giant koala for you, but you can get a much more modestly sized koala right here." And he hands you like the tiny little koala plushie.
What do you think?
Oh, that's cute.
You want it?
Yeah.
I thought I was going to get to play this game.
Sure, bud. Go ahead.
Would you like the koala bear
Oh,
around?
Yeah! And he grabs it and hugs it super tight.
Why are we here? Just to suffer.
I will also try ring toss.
Okay.
In an attempt to salvage his poorly thought out plan.
Go ahead and make a pull.
Is that loose?
It is.
Yes. One hand, right?
Wait, is that a thing?
Is that the rule? Just one hand?
I think so. It's typically
Let's
a rule.
establish it now. One hand or
Okay.
two.
I did use
One-
2 hands on my first pull. so
Let's use one hand from now. One hand
Okay.
from now. Oh,
Oh.
battery died.
Rip.
we'll finish your poll, I guess.
The other camera's still
I mean, we at least can use it on that camera.
Well, it's going to take a second to reload, recharge.
Can you
I live-
have it
I have
plugged
a
in?
second camera or battery.
All right, and welcome back. If there might have been a weird little break there, little technical difficulty camera stuff, but back to the heart-pounding action. You successfully pulled a block out. So you go up to the ring toss. One ring on the first one, straight down. Second ring, lands straight down. Third ring, here's what I'll give you a choice. If you make another pull, you can get this ring. Is it worth it for your friend?
How big?
Or you can just
How
get the
big? How big of a stuff qual are we talking about?
We're talking like you're an 8th grader. It's more than half your height. It's a big. It's a big stuff.
It's like the size of a 5th grader. Problem is, I had my eye on that block that I just pulled. I was like, that one's going to be an easy one to pull, and I don't have. I kind of want to do like. I kind of want to get a middle one out, like that.
Oh gosh. Oh no. Shaky fingers.
Oh yeah,
no.
my hands shake all the time.
See that?
Steady's a rock.
That one's like off. You can like kind of tighten that little side block
That
if
one?
you want. Yeah, to like make it a little
That
stabler.
one?
That one?
You can stabilize the tower anytime you want. Okay. All right. 3rd ring, tossed, lands. And the kind of half clown guy looks back at you and he's like, "Huh? Well, good job, everyone." And
I'm pretty good at this.
and he's going to kind of walk back around to the back side. He comes back out on the big. They have to keep one of the big ones hung up to be the thing. And he comes and he hands it to you and he says, "Good work, good job."
Ooh, can I have it?
Brain freezes.
Nosebleed, pass out.
Sure.
Tom and Lavender sitting in a tree.
Okay.
No, don't even start.
Brutal, Lavender, brutal.
Ryan's like, kissing is gross.
I guess we'll never know.
What should we do next?
I guess we'll go see the elephant.
I want to see an elephant.
All right.
Okay, let's go.
Right.
And so you guys start. You kind of have to go across to the opposite side to go to like the big tents to try and track down animals and stuff. And so you're gonna have to kind of move through the rides. You move through, and there's kind of all the classic big carnival rides. There's a big Ferris wheel. There's a twirl-a-whirl and a twilt-a-spill and a whatever crazy twirly sort of name they come up with. You move through all these, get around to these big tents, and you can see that there's like big, not big, like very well painted, elaborate signs, kind of those like fold signs hung up in front of all these little tents. And it seems like it's kind of like freak show side act stuff. So you can see in one it says like, you can see this guy who's like got his chest puffed out and this big curly mustache, and it says strong man. And then you can see one off to the side that's like has this like very misshapen looking woman with another woman coming out of the other side of her. Like it's like it says the Siamese twins, and there's all these all those classics. There's like a bearded lady, all these acts along there, and you can see that kind of the big tent set down at the end has just says main event on a big thing and is leaned up in front of that.
Ooh.
That one.
And you go up to it and you can see that there's like written smaller on the bottom is like the times that it seems like they do the show ever so often, and there's like a time coming up in probably 5-10 minutes.
Perfect.
That'll be a main act. It seems like it lasts for like 20 to 30 minutes where the main event is.
I definitely want to go to the main event.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I leave to go see the Siamese twins.
Okay. So he kind of like wanders off and goes to the Siamese tent. Anyone else want to go and do anything else in here while they're there? Skler, make a poll.
Oh no. So tense.
Yeah.
Uh,
I just feel like it's already getting bad.
That's really bad.
I think we just get good seats. I think that's the plan. Is there like if we look at the main event, like the seating, can we get like front row?
If you can see that like people are kind of coming and going out of the tent. It's not like locked off while they're setting up or anything. You kind of open the big flaps and look into it, and you can see that there's some like setup, and they seem to be cleaning up some like animal poop off the center stage and moving stuff around. But there's a couple people dotted around, and there's definitely some front row seats. You
Nice. I make
Swoop
sure that I
and
can
go.
get a seat next to Summer.
Okay. Okay, cool. You go. So they kind of start moving that way, and you kind of like walk with them, and then pause, turn, and go over, and you go into the little tent, and you can see they're like a slightly less extravagant looking version of what was drawn on the poster. But it's very clearly they seem like real Siamese twins. You can see that it's two women that are like conjoined at the middle, and there's like it looks like it's much younger kids than you in here, and they're all like kind of like just looking like ooh ah, like this is so weird and strange to them.
It's the classic.
You're doing the same.
It's the classic guy with an eye patch. How'd you lose your eye? Well, you see, I was born like this. Lame.
There's no elaborate story. They were born like this. So you're kind of hanging out there. Little kids are all sitting around and I'm like very, very entranced by it. This one, as far as like side acts, they don't really do a whole lot. They just kind of do mundane tasks, but different ones, and simultaneously be like, these are two autonomous people. Wow! Like, they don't seem to be like performers. There's a moment though where you can see like they will do some like little sideshow that kind of stuff, where like one's juggling while the other is talking to you and stuff like that. It's very impressive. They are very conjoined.
I suppose I'll just like leave then.
Okay.
When it's done.
Yeah, it seems like it's kind of like a meet and greet sort of thing, so you kind of come and go as you please. On your way back, you're like kind of walk in there, and you can see you're walking behind. There's like a line of people that are moving. I wouldn't call these people. Moving into the tent, you can see a group of clowns. There's
Carnies.
maybe 8 to 10 of them that are kind of like walking with all these like kind of goofy steps and stuff like that, and start walking into the tent in front of you.
Damn carnies.
Consult the paper.
Consult paper chapter 2.
I'm sorry, Billy. I tried.
I go in.
Okay, so they kind of move in and you fall behind them. So you can see 11 clowns walking in here. Am I right? So you go in there, and then all these clowns are kind of coming in. And they're doing all sorts of classic clown hijinks. You know, there's the one who's like showing a flower to somebody, like squeezes someone and squirts water on them and stuff like that. A couple of them come up in front of you, and it's kind of like it's like a Three Stooges sort of act, where it's like one kind of accidentally bumps another, and then he kind of hits him, and it's like a very slapstick little thing that goes on. Ryan's just giggling his tail off, watching it, having a great time. And one of the clowns like kind of goes over to him and is like, "What's your name, little friend?" And he introduces Ryan. He says, "And who here are you with?" And he's like, "That's my big sister, Summer. She's the coolest person in the whole world." And he's like, kind of like looks at you and is like, "Oh, you have a cute little one there. You're just cute enough to eat." Little guy like pinches his cheek and like rubs, and he's like, he kind of like doesn't like that as much, it seems. And he just does a little like flower squirt in his face, giggles, and walks away. And they seem to kind of more people are funneling in and going for the main event. They kind of spread through the crowd.
Oh, this will be so much fun. I'm excited.
Anybody got a napkin for Ryan? He's a little sticky.
And you can see like the clown's walking away. He's kind of like wiping crystally sugar off his glove, and so like kind of wipes it on his pants.
Because like his gloves like blue on the fingers.
That's from all the cotton candy goo on his face.
Is Fullerson with us at this moment?
Yeah, Fullerson walks in and sits down with you guys.
Okay.
As a brief,
aside.
irrelevant tangent.
Did you have fun hanging out with your girlfriend, Fullerson?
Your
Oh.
2 girlfriends?
Oh.
Brutal. Brutal guy.
and then I'm too shy to like really say anything to you when I talk to my friend Tommy. Man, it was like the coolest thing I've ever seen. I'm all excited. But,
You're very pumped up.
yeah.
Alright.
He just kind of like, he just kind of looks at you and starts for him.
I feel like that guy's a fucking weirdo.
Sugar.
A little bit of time goes past. You talk crap to each other or excitedly about Siamese twins under your breath for a little bit of time, and then it seems like the lights kind of dim down, and the main event is getting ready to start. And there's like a loud drum roll, and then like classic carnival music starts playing really loud. And you can see that the opposite side, like tent doors, there's like strings that pull them open, and then just like a whole procession of people starts moving in. And it seems like all those little sideshow acts are kind of a part of it. You see like there's a strong man who's like holding up a bar with one arm, and you can see these two like acrobats like swinging around on it as he's holding it up and stepping around with it. And there's all sorts of animals. There's a pair of elephants that are stomping along with kind of the big dress, and Ryan's eyes go wide. He's super excited. And it's all led by this very clear, like, ringmaster sort of character who's got the long tail, flapping coat, and a top hat. And the show is very much a big carnival show. It seems like it's kind of all the side acts doing, like, a big elaborate thing, one after another. And it's probably 20 to 30 minutes of entertainment. Good try.
Maybe I should go. Maybe while they're distracted by this, I should run back over and win another stuffed animal. Because apparently he doesn't stand a chance.
And unless any other stuff you guys are doing, like the show will go on for that amount of time.
Yeah, I'll probably. I'll let Holderson know that I'm running over to see if I can win another stuffed animal to salvage his plan.
Okay. So you're gonna you have to kind of go all the way across again, and it was kind of the games were kind of on the back end corner here where you're trying to get to, and you're gonna move across there. Go ahead and make a pull for me while you're moving there.
Somebody else got to start doing stuff so I can stop. Old shaky hands Grace over here can stop making pulls. There we go.
Well, I'm gonna go with you.
You're gonna go with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
This whole elephant thing isn't really my thing.
Okay. So she follows you out and goes with you.
Which side is better? Which side is best?
So go ahead and make a pull too.
Oh.
Ooh.
Are you gonna get murdered by clowns?
Can I from up here?
As long as it's not the top 3?
Yeah, top 3 is usually the rules. Murdered by clowns.
Can you shut up, Matt?
Yeah, we're both over here tripping on this.
So you guys are going to kind of move across. You have to kind of skirt right along the edge of the trailers and stuff along that way, getting there. And you have a moment where you're kind of like walking beside him. Like, oh, God, you know, what a nerd. Roll your eyes. And you kind of roll your eyes over and look over, and you can see that there's like one of the trailers that's clearly like a living in trailer, like not like a truck trailer, like a living trailer. And there's like a window, and you can tell that there's like the blinds are kind of slightly open, and there's someone in clown makeup whose eyes just follow you through it as you go, and seems to be like very intently staring at you.
I'm not gonna lie, if I was working as a clown in a carnival, I would probably occasionally do that too, just because I know people hate clowns.
Yes. And it's not like, doesn't say anything, it's not like he's just looking at like, you make eye contact with this clown, and it's just, the eyes just follow you as you walk across in front of it.
I fucking scream.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Jesus.
So she screams
next to me.
and I run to be closer to you.
Oh.
Not that way.
You run to be closer to him, then realize it might be construed that way and go a little ways away from him so he doesn't get the wrong idea.
Yeah.
Good.
Are you okay? What just happened?
There was some guy staring at me. Like, he was just staring through his little trailer. He was just staring at me. It was really creepy.
You kind of look back over and you see that there's just blinds closed on a window on the trailer where she points.
Okay, well, we can walk kind of the other way around.
You can kind of go more
to get back,
in and then,
especially to get back.
It takes a little bit longer, but you can avoid going next to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Mm-hmm. So you guys kind of move through there. You get back to the ring toss game. Are you wanting to play it again?
Yeah.
Risking your life for ring toss.
He's risking his life for you to get smooched. Show some respect.
I'm not doing
Go
this.
ahead and make a
this
quick poll for me.
Blink's caused a lot of tension.
It's such a fucking strain on my eyes in that mask.
I'm amazed you wore it as long as you did.
Yeah. I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Good
The
work,
mounted
sir.
head of a werewolf. Just put that.
I will make you throw 2 this time. You think you've kind of gotten it figured out. You could tell that like the last bottle is definitely like intentionally a little bit wider and like at a kind of slight angle to where if you're tossing it normally, even if you're really good, you'll miss every time.
I'm amazed I won it the first time.
You're someone who's got a good attention
So
to
is the
detail when
card.
you catch that. And you win it again. And the guy's like, hey, good job. Listen, kid, if you come back here and do this again, I'm not giving you another freaking stuff. He goes into the back and he comes back out with another
Look,
big...
man, I'm in a tight spot here.
comes back out and hands another one to you.
Perfect. Okay.
You must really like ring toss. Why'd you want to come back?
You gonna rat me out?
It's not for me, it's for Billy. He's hitting on Summer.
I had a feeling he liked Summer, but I don't think they're good together.
Uh-oh.
So maybe just like stop helping him out. Okay, the little koala's fine this time, but no more.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And are you two going to start trying to head back to the big tent?
Yeah, we'll take the long way.
Okay, instead of going near those again. Fair enough. Unsettling. Don't want to mess with them with that. So you move back through, and you get back to the big tent. And so a little bit. You guys, it's near the closing of the show. The guys in the middle doing this like big elaborate like, look at the this and wow the that, you know. and the 2 elephants are on either side, standing on the little podiums in like a stance, and there's like people swinging like the very elaborate like picturesque final moment. And as that kind of big applause hits the tent, the main entrance opens, and
Presumably,
these 2
from
come
what you just said, the elephants are named this and that.
Of course.
Right.
Exactly. They are now. Sure.
Look at this. And look at
Oh,
that.
wow, that.
Very nice. Tom, where'd you go?
And he comes, and it's pretty clear to see he's got another big koala.
A big koala?
Yeah.
What am I gonna say I got that? I found it on the ground?
Look at me. This is your plan.
Okay, fine. Hang on. I see them come in, and I like walk over to them, and I'm like, okay, cool. Tell them that I'm going back to the ring toss game, and I'll meet them halfway.
Okay.
Because I had to look like I won it. You dingus.
So these 2 come over, and they go... He takes the thing, and he walks out of the tent, and then this guy like rolls his eyes and walks back up to you as you guys come back up. Yeah.
Billy's headed back over to the ring toss. He said he'll meet us like around the rides.
You must really like ring toss. That's weird.
I
I
do
guess
actually
so.
really like
He wasn't even that good at it, says Ryan. You're the one who's good at it. He said he was good at it.
I can't argue with the kid.
Yeah, I'm surprised you won nothing this last time we went.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's rigged, you know. Look around nervously for an escape route.
Can we look closer at the elephants? Says Ryan. It was even in the front row. It's hard to see them. I want to feed the elephant. Can we feed them?
We
Or
can.
ride on them?
I bet we could find a way to sneak in the back.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, let's go sneak in the back and see if we can go. Let's go feed the elephant.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So
A couple
everyone,
of
are you
hooligans over here.
I'll say I don't feel very good about that idea.
Shut up.
No one asked you, Folderson, okay? So you came with us. We're gonna do what we want.
Don't call me that. Told you.
Sorry, Fullerson.
Sorry. Anyway, we're gonna go feed the elephants. Are you guys coming or what?
So, somebody should probably go tell Billy, right?
He'll find us. He'll figure it out.
Yeah. I guess
Meanwhile, me.
I wonder where they could have gone. Would it be in this illegal place they're not allowed to be? I doubt it.
Oh,
Come on, it'll be fun.
Steven would never go for that.
I'll go find it.
Oh, whatever, Folderson. Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Are you going with the ladies and the little kid?
I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I feel like I was in a bad position either way when I went to
Tom,
find
are
Billy
you coming
or
with
if
us?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, come on, let's go.
So the 3 of you and Ryan go and you're going to try and sneak back to see that. I will let any of the 3 of you make one plan. whoever you would like to.
Jocelyn hasn't pulled yet.
Oh, why are you guys okay.
You didn't hold my hand.
You gonna be butthurt about that, sir?
It will kill all three of you. I'm just kidding. It'll only kill you.
There's 4 of us here. Thank you very much.
The kid doesn't have to make.
He's an
rolls.
NPC.
Oh no.
You're right. You will just decide he dies unless one of us decide to save him.
Oh my god.
You're right there, Mickey Mouse.
Oh boy.
Boy.
Jocelyn is just doomed. The next person who has to make a pull.
Which is a great
That's how
timing
it
to
goes.
say, "Hey, Matty G, make a pull."
Aha.
Excuse me, Billy, make a pull.
Millie. The clown's gonna get me.
You can't be. Oh, you're.
I was like,
you can't be serious.
No.
I know you're good, but
That was exactly my thought when he started straightening out.
You
that
cocky
Are you
son of a-
insane?
Nope.
Oh, no.
You gotta put a little bit of pressure on it to see if it'll give.
You're.
Oh,
Your list of allies goes thin.
One hand.
One hand.
You only have one hand in contact with that time. You could switch to your other hands
That's what I was.
Oh.
if you want, but
Yeah.
only one can be in contact. You can't be like moving, like pull with 2 fingers from different hands.
Yeah, which is how you go. Go for the pinch on the ends. Matty G is doomed. The next person.
You'd like to think that, wouldn't you? So we'll start with the ladies, you and Ryan. You guys kind of wait and watch and kind of see the direction the elephants go, and you guys try and kind of sneak around behind and kind of go up underneath the tent to get to the animal tent. And you can see back there, there's a couple things to see. There are 2 elephants. They seem like they're brought over, and you can see there's like 2 large cages, but they're brought off and kind of just left in this side of this tent to kind of roam for the time being. Just kind of tied down, but not like restrained to a cage, and they seem pretty docile. And there's plenty of hay and stuff if you want to go over and start feeding them. And you can see that people kind of like cart them in, and there's some people who kind of came and went for a second, but there seems to be no one really in here at the moment.
Are there other animals?
Looking around, you see a number of other smaller cages, but see no other animals.
I'm gonna go up and start feeding the elephants.
Okay?
Yeah.
They seem pretty docile and kind of slowly lumber over to you when they see like a human with stuff in their hand, and they come and eat. And Ryan does it too, and he's super excited about it.
Aww.
I'm gonna pet the elephants.
Okay, you pat it on the head, and it tramples you. Just kidding. No, the elephant seems, it's just, like I said, they're very, very calm. You pat, and they don't react much. They just seem to be happily eating and hanging out in there. It's a
So-
magical experience for Ryan, and I assume for all of
It's all the ketamine.
you. They do have kind of track marks down their trunks. No. As for you two, you kind of go out and you're kind of just waiting
Yeah, like-
outside there for like what would be a reasonable amount of time to wait, and then Steven, not Folderson, Steven comes up to you.
even the game master
Rages on DM.
Steven, what's going on?
Well, they're going to see the elephants. You're gonna go sneak in. I don't know.
All
man.
right.
I don't feel good about it.
Well, I guess they all went?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we should go too.
I don't know.
But I've got this. Yeah, I gotta go. Stay here if you want. Scuttle off.
I hesitantly follow.
Okay. So you guys are gonna try and meet back up with them?
Yeah.
So you're gonna try and sneak to the same spot? I guess you would probably know which tent they were going to if you want to do that. And you guys kind of sneak up underneath that tent and get up in, and you can see them, and they're kind of like patting the elephant feeding. And you see the same thing I described to them if you look around, that there's 2 big cages, a number of smaller cages, only the 2 elephants in the room, and some piles of hay and stuff.
I go straight up to Summer and go, look what I won.
Wow, that is huge.
Right?
Just like what he won.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, that is very impressive.
You want it?
Oh, Thank you. Yeah.
So now you have 2 in the household.
I know. It'd be a big one and a little one. Look at Ryan. It's a big sister and a little brother.
Oh, just like you and me.
Yeah.
Duty is done.
You have put your life on the line for a koala stuff.
About
Stuffed
6
animal.
times.
About 6 times already, so that's enough for now. So, honest guys, are you gonna kind of hang out there for a little while, feed it and stuff, and then Ryan's like, "Wait a second," and he's, "Where's my jacket? I forgot it in there.
Oh, you forgot your
I'm
jacket.
cold. We need to get my jacket."
Okay, let's go
we,
get.
we should probably go before they come get the elephants for the next.
That's probably
big
true.
You know
event
that
anyway.
with the time you spent there, it's probably 15 to 20 minutes before the next show is going to be going, so it wouldn't be too long before they come back out to get them.
I'll go get your jacket, Ryan.
All right, thanks.
I mean, we all gotta head back that way. So.
Yeah, let's all go so
Okay.
we can go look at other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
You guys kind of slide back out the way you came and go to the big tent, and inside of it, same sort of thing. You can see like the very early people kind of starting to show up for the show. No clowns moving about in there yet. People still cleaning up and stuff, but that's about it. Where you're sitting though, you see no jacket.
Oh.
I think that's one of the people cleaning if they found a jacket.
Okay. So you can see there's one person who's like a pretty haggard-looking dude who's shoveling elephant shit, and you walk up to him and you're asking him about
Yeah,
the
ask if
jacket.
anybody's seen it.
He says, "Check lost and found. I haven't seen anything." Shoveling it.
Where's Lost and Found?
And he like kind of walks to the tent and he goes like, "Down this way to the right, right before you get to the trailers. There's one trailer that's kind of turned. It's got a big sign on it. You can't miss it."
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. And he turns around, goes back to shoveling.
Let's go find Ryan's jacket.
Scruffy's gonna die the way he lives.
It's like, "Yeah, I'm cold."
I just hope it's not by those trailers where some guy was just staring at me.
There was a guy that was just staring at you.
It was these.
It's all the hair.
Careful, you are. Careful leaning too.
I've just stopped touching the table.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
I've been all over.
My drink's
Sorry, you
down.
noticed?
My drink's down here. I'm
Sorry.
just like.
If you bump the table and it makes it fall over,
You die.
then you're the person
Yeah,
to blame
that's-
for it falling over.
Okay,
That's the only thing. So you guys head back over, or you head the directions he says, and you can see it is right next to all the trailers. It's one of the trailers that's turned has lost and found written on a sign at the top of it. And you can see there's like a little table in front of it that has somebody standing there, kind of like sitting in a chair behind it who seems pretty bored.
Do I see a jacket behind the middle?
You don't. It seems like there's like the table and there's nothing really on it, and it's a closed trailer behind him.
I think I try to cheat the system. All right. Well, I guess we go ask about a jacket.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have a gray jacket, a small one? My little brother lost his jacket.
Okay. He says, I just got here. Someone else was sending this before. Let me check and see if there's any jackets back there that look like that.
Thank you.
And he kind of turns and he goes in. If anyone would like to, you can make a poll and you might learn something. You don't have to.
I'll make a poll.
Worst case scenario, we just hollow out one of the giant koalas
Skin it.
and wear that around
Wear
his
it.
suit.
There you
So as this person kind of turns and opens to go into here, you kind of like lean around and look in. And this is not, like, this is a pretty long trailer and it is full of kids' clothes. Like entirely full to the brim of kids' clothes. And it seems to kind of, this person just kind of seems like looks superficially on like over the top and just doesn't really see anything. And like closes and comes back over and says, "Yeah, I don't like anything like that. It's been found over here. Sorry." Someone might have picked it up and they might still be bringing it over here. You can check back in like an hour.
Dude, can I just like get a jacket?
And he kind of like looks at you. Yeah, why not? Okay. And he's gonna kind of go in, open it, grabs a jet. He comes back out and he's like, "So the little guy, right? This looks like about the right size." And toss it to him. It's like a green jacket with a kind of furry hood.
There you go.
Cool. Do you
It's
like
like a
this,
pr-
Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He puts it on.
We'll check back later, see if we can find your original one.
Okay.
A whole lot of kids must lose their clothes around here.
I mean, I guess so.
That doesn't feel right to me.
I don't like this. This is bad.
Well, let's just go get on the bumper cars or something.
Ooh, bumper cars. I want to be on the bumper cars.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I want to
Yeah.
do bumper cars.
Bumper cars.
Let's go.
Probably one of my Maddie G's personal favorite at the car. Bumper cars. So much fun. Are they 2-seaters?
Mika pull. No, yeah. Sure, they're 2-seaters.
Nice.
They're 2-seaters.
Hey, Summer,
Alright
you want
with
to
you.
Ah!
I want to go with Lenore.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
You want to go with what?
Lenore.
Lenore. Oh, Lenore.
Lenore.
That's you.
Lenore.
Oh, me.
Wait a minute, that's me.
And Ryan,
Oh, yay!
Ryan kind of glances across and like
I'll
looks
take
at,
you, Ryan.
Okay. It's
He's too short to drive on himself.
like, they won't let me drive. Otherwise, I'd crash into everybody.
Don't worry, we'll get him.
Yeah. So it looks like it's you two in the other car if you want to.
Dude.
All right.
Are you gonna say
I'll
this?
say, dude, we both fit. In that one car.
Do you try?
No, I'll set this one out.
Okay. Are you getting in a bumper car?
I'll get it.
All right. You guys get in the bumper cars. Play bumper cars. Have a good
Lots
time.
of fun.
Bumper cars. Don't try it.
I won't look.
Don't try it again. I do have the high ground.
He just has a page in his notes headed "How they die at bumper cars."
If bumper cars, then this.
Then die.
5 poles apiece.
Well, it's in my notes.
It's in the notes.
Every time you crash into another car.
I don't decide what's in the notes except for when I write them.
It's in the notes. It's in the notes.
You guys play bumper cars. It's a good time. You crash into people a lot. Ryan thinks it's awesome.
Yeah.
You hear him just giggling at himself silly the whole time you guys are playing. Having a good time.
Having a good time. Having a good time. All right.
Yeah.
That was lots of fun. What do we do now, guys?
This is your gig, not mine. Also, I'm understanding orders to not get involved.
I still have my flute.
Just pulling it out of his
Out of his fanny pack.
Yeah.
You didn't describe
that's
this.
right, I forgot
This
to
fat
describe
kid
it.
wears a fanny pack at all times. This is
With-
also a fact.
With. What did
I believe 3 fruit roll-ups and...
A He-Man doll and 3.
He-Man
At least
doll.
always 3.
I was kind of hoping it'd be a Stretch Armstrong, personally. That at least would have some utility.
Look, the questionnaires gave everyone a chance at an item. Some people chose puka shell necklaces. Some people chose knives. Who knows who has what?
Who knows?
I was tempted to take a knife, but instead I have a backpack.
You have a backpack.
All right. What? There's like a Ferris wheel, right?
Ooh,
There's a
I
first.
love Ferris wheels. Let's go.
Like crazy. I'm just watching the top of it just like, dance back and forth.
Oh, shit. So you guys want to go to the Ferris wheel?
Ferris
Yeah.
wheel.
Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel.
So you guys all head that way. Again, kind of the middle is where the big rides are. And you can get up to the big Ferris wheel. There's a little bit of a line, but not too bad a one. And Ryan's like, Ferris wheels make me sick. I don't want to go on this one.
You don't have to go on this one, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll wait.
I'll stay with you.
There you go. Nice.
Thanks.
Hey, you want to go, Lenora?
I was really wanting to go with Summer, but okay.
Oh.
Cool.
Alderson, you're the best.
He turns to you and he's like, what do I do? She said, yes.
No, I do that, but I do that to He-Man doll.
Unzip your fanny pack. Take out He-Man.
He-Man?
What do I do, He-Man?
I'm gonna be strong just like you.
Oh my gosh.
Good luck, buddy. She scares the hell out of me.
So the two of you go on the Ferris wheel
Nice.
together.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
rolling ride.
I try to hold your hand.
I guess I'll hold your
Yeah.
Don't get too excited and kill yourself.
We die from the
The power of love.
So
They said they would give it
anything
together
else?
to the end.
You two, it's a little snug with the big guy. It's a little snug.
Which is perfect, actually, because it's cold.
It is cold.
Uh.
He radiates a lot of natural heat. You feel safer. You feel like you're not having the same likelihood of falling out because you don't have a whole lot of leeway to wiggle. But you both are in it. Anything else happening on this Ferris wheel?
I'm looking out. I'm just like, oh, look at that. Look at this.
Yeah. I'm actually probably like,
Wow, a girl's hand.
amazing. Please deposit girl hand.
Anything going on in your guys' besides you hyperventilating?
I pull out her roll, and I offer her one.
Jolly one.
I was
Yeah.
really hoping for.
It was
I was
good.
really hoping for the Kitty G flute solo.
Hey, we're not
We're not quite to the flute solo yet. So you guys chowing on fruit roll-ups, you holding hands. The Ferris wheel starts to kind of slow, and it does the like one person come off. And you guys are about like mid-high up there, so you're kind of stuck up pretty close to the top for a little bit of time. And it kind of goes person by person on mode. And about this point, you're like kind of sitting there watching them, and you're kind of turn to do the like, hey, what do you want to do next, Ryan? Ryan? And he's gone.
Oh shit!
Tom lost the kid.
Well, I gotta find him. I will get murdered if I don't.
Will you get murdered if you do?
Maybe.
Possibly.
I guess I'll wander around yelling for Ryan and ask anybody if they've seen a kid in a green jacket with a fur-lined hood.
Okay, so they're still kind of getting unloaded, so you're leaving before they get off to go
Yes.
look for him. Okay, so you go off and you start asking around.
They are, in theory, as safe as the moment as they could possibly
They
be.
are elevated away from the danger currently, ideally. So you go around, you're shouting out his name, looking for him. You don't see him anywhere nearby, and everyone you ask doesn't seem to say it. There's one person's like, I think I saw a kid in a green coat. Did he have was there like 3 other kids with him? And you're like, no, it should just be him. It doesn't seem like anyone has seen
Unless he
him
found some friends.
nearby.
I don't know anything about him. He's not my brother. Does he have friends? I don't know. Seems like a nice kid.
Did you go to the John?
You already had a stuffed animal? Did he go back towards the elephants?
You did like the elephant.
He did like the elephants. Guess I'll head towards the elephants.
Okay. So during that time, they probably get off the Ferris wheel. But you go off, and so you guys get to the bottom, and both of them are gone.
Maybe they're in the John.
You should go check Billy. I
Alright.
can't go in the boys' bathroom.
That's true.
You're heading off towards kind of towards the elephants.
I'm with him.
Are you gonna?
No, I
He left.
before.
Oh, you left before.
He left beforehand.
Wait, so are we still in the Ferris wheel then?
You
You guys
Yeah.
are just getting off, and when you get off, they're
Oh.
not there anymore. Both of them are gone. You're gonna go check the bathrooms. Are you going with him? To check the boys, like the boys. There's just porta potties, but
Yeah.
you guys start heading that way. Are you going with them towards the bathrooms, or are you guys doing something else?
I think I'm just gonna be like going towards the bathrooms and just be outside. Be like, hoping Ryan's in there.
I'll go with you.
Okay, so you guys all are kind of heading towards the bathrooms there. We'll go ahead and make a poll for me.
He's been eyeing it.
I've been eyeing it and I've come to no conclusions. I've learned nothing.
We have several that are on one block, which is
Yeah, and a lot of them are farther down, which is part of the problem.
That's what makes it fun.
We reached the point where everything feels pretty solid. That feels kind of loose, but I don't know if I want to go for it.
That seems loose.
There you go. Yeah. That's
Get a nice skinny little neck on there for whoever's next.
Something about the way you said skinny little neck that I'm just not a fan of.
I'm in character. Sorry.
As the murder clowns.
Erickson as several murder classes.
Introducing Erickson as.
Oh.
I don't like how much tension there is on that.
It's just that one middle block.
Oh my gosh.
If that hit the table, that was game over. Didn't catch that. So you start heading towards them, and you can see you're going like the fastest route to get there.
Mhm.
So you kind of have to go up near the trailers again,
Mhm.
and you totally run into a little koala doll just sitting on the ground. partway
Oh
there.
no.
But you haven't made it quite to the elephants yet. But I mean, lots of kids probably won those tonight. Who knows?
The coincidence does not give me hope. I'll chuck it in my pack and keep going.
Throw it in the backpack. Keep moving.
Ryan. Ryan, you're really giving me flashbacks to having to play the dog last year. It's just like I feel the need to protect everyone.
Do we hear him like yelling?
Sure. You hear the distant Ryan yell. It sounds like your friend.
That away.
You guys got to the bathrooms and hung out there for a second and didn't see any of them. Either of them.
I just start
That
sprinting that way
classic
I'm
hangout
like
spot,
super
the
worried.
bathrooms.
I'm like, oh my god, like I gotta go find Ryan.
So you
I'll
guys,
run with you.
if he
Yeah.
runs, are you guys running behind as well? Running as fast as you
Lagging.
lagging behind.
Yeah.
So you guys all finally get to like he's yelling loud enough you kind of trace him down and they come running up behind you, shout, and you see him walking kind of towards the big tents, shouting out Ryan's name.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
How did
Where's
you lose
Ryan?
him? Yeah.
He was literally standing right next to me. Look left, look right, he's gone.
Pull a Houdini.
Yes.
Oh, we gotta find him. We gotta find him now.
That's what I've been trying to do.
Okay, let's split up. Everyone.
I'm not mentioning the stuff.
Koala. Alright.
I am.
You didn't see it.
You didn't see it.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was something else that you were mentioning.
No, I've got the.
He didn't tell anyone that.
Another thing.
Secret.
How long have you not had him?
Since the Ferris wheel stopped moving, right before you guys got off.
Maybe we have to split up.
Okay.
All right, gang.
Alright, gang.
Let's split up and search.
Who
for
is
him.
this friend? Probably him.
Probably Billy.
You are the Fred.
Hooray.
You're the Velma.
No, I think we might be the Shades.
Oh yeah, Daphne Velma, I guess.
Yeah.
You guys are both
It's not a
kind of more
perfect analogy.
Daphnes.
we
And
are
then
both
we're looking
like
for Scrappy
Daphnes.
Doo over here.
It's true. We
You're
are,
looking for
you know.
Scrappy. And I am Old Man Jenkins. Old Man Jenkins. Except if Old Man Jenkins was much more horrifying than Old
Right.
Man Jenkins.
Yes,
Um,
already.
So are you guys going to split up to look for him?
I think we should cover more ground.
Yes.
So split up, go to the food court. You already checked the
What
bathroom.
are the splits going to be? Is it 3 and 2, girls and boys, or are you trying to use this as another opportunity to hang out with Summer?
Yeah.
Of course he is.
The dog, the stoner, and the nerd go that way, and I'll go this way with the hot girl.
The dog, the son of the hot chick with
I'll
me.
go with Summer.
I'll go with Summer too.
Okay.
Okay, I guess you need it.
Yes.
Split up, cover more ground, gang.
All right. So
Let's
I
go
guess-
check the food court. Maybe you wanted more cotton candy.
Okay, let's go see if you wanted more cotton candy. So.
you guys are gonna go look there. Where are you guys heading?
I
You
think
check
we
the
should,
tent?
we'll check. I think finish checking the kind of the big top tent and the
Okay.
Elephants, because he liked the elephants. So
Smart.
I want to check there first.
All right.
You got me.
That shit is contagious. So we'll start the three of you. You guys head back over to the food court area. People are still running around having fun, but you guys go in. No sign of him. Just scanning through the crowd. Are you calling out his name still?
Yeah, I'm asking people, have you seen a little boy this tall? He has a green jacket on. Have you seen him?
Asking around.
Yeah.
No one seems to have seen him.
I start crying.
In the heavy rain game, where the whole ending bit is just screaming "Sean!" endlessly.
Yeah.
Isn't his first son named Ryan? And
Yeah.
isn't there an early mission in that where he just wanders around a
Yelling
mall
Ryan.
yelling Ryan?
I think so.
Ryan.
So the two of you start heading back towards the big tent, and you can hear the main event is going on. You think it's probably not too far off from the big finish right now.
Okay.
Judging by the sounds.
But I guess
Wow,
that's
look
where
at
the
this.
elephants.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
That's where the elephants.
the elephants are in there right now.
Right.
for sure.
So we'll pop in there and scan the crowds for.
All right. Looking through, there is a lot of people, a good number of clowns, quite a few freak shows and circus acts.
The clowns outnumber the people.
They're just all hanging out in the crowd, just watching. Fifth time I've seen this tonight. Good show, though. Good show.
I can't get enough of this.
But you do not see Ryan.
What about the little cages?
Oh,
Well,
no.
yeah.
All of the little
Matty G,
clothes.
duh. Out of character, duh.
Oh, yeah.
In character, we'll
Horrifying.
get to that. We'll wait for them to like. We kind of do what we did last time. Wait for the show to end and then to put the animals away, and then
You're gonna try and sneak back
we'll
there
sneak
again?
back there and see.
Okay.
What we can find.
You are able to do
I know.
so.
I keep
The
yawning
two of
too.
you. You're able to sneak down underneath there. Kind of just take the same route. You know how to sneak in there at this point. The elephants are in there hanging out. There's no one in any of the cages. You don't know if there's the same number of cages as there were before in there, because there's just like a little pile of them. It seems roughly the same as before, you think?
No,
No
like
sign of
jacket
iron
on a
there.
peg.
Nothing like that?
I don't like this. This kind of reminds me of. Never mind.
Unfortunately, the only other thing that's occurring to me to check feels like a very like I'm playing an RPG and like let's go check this type of move, and that's not. I don't necessarily want to.
Can we roll a perception? Wrong game. Wrong game.
Can I roll a tracking to just follow Ryan's tracks?
None of you chose
What about-
tracking as the skill that you had.
No, that's true.
What about checking the lost and found again?
Well, that's a good
See
idea.
if he was looking for his
We can
jacket.
go. We can go do that.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys start heading that way. Are you guys heading back?
Yeah.
For simplicity's sake, we can say that you guys kind of re-meet near you see them heading towards Lost and Found and kind of reconvene just to say like we didn't find him there, we didn't find him there. You guys go up to the Lost and Found, and it's the same person working there. He sitting there and said, "I haven't had anything dropped off since you guys left, so I don't think his jacket here. Where's the little guy?"
Yeah.
We're looking for him.
Oh, he's lost.
We were hoping you'd found him.
Too soon, man. He's gonna be like, I haven't seen him, but give me just a second. And he's gonna kind of like, you see, he kind of walks. He kind of walks back into the thing and opens it, and he kind of walks in pretty tight behind it. Like he kind of closes the door behind him, goes in, and you can hear what sounds like him talking into like a walkie-talkie or a cell phone or something. But it's he kind of quietly talks to somebody.
I want to go like push my ear up against the door.
Okay. You kind of go up and rise. You get up to there to listen and make a pull.
I'm about to get hit with a fucking door.
Well, remember, is another good
Crap.
point to say, like, if you die at a point that doesn't make sense, then your character's just
Right.
alive until I can kill them. Basically.
Right.
That
No,
bottom
no.
middle one that you pushed
It.
moved.
Yeah.
Did it catch?
No. I'm just looking for other options.
He's trying to leave a decent one for someone who's worse at you.
You're not wrong.
Is that
This
very
sounds-
bottom middle one not gettable? I don't think so.
No, it's got a lot of.
It's pretty
Really
good.
don't.
Yeah, it's on the. It's I think also
Okay.
going kind of across the grain of that runner.
It's shifting.
Ooh. The block might be shifting on that side, but it's the tower shifting on this side.
It's got a lot of weight right there.
Remember, you can pull up to 3 as long as it's not the top 3 stacks. So you have got to build up some new ones to pull up higher.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
If that one's not.
Yeah, there are 2 full rows up
Feeling
top
safe.
that you can.
There might be something there.
There we go. Easy peasy.
I would have laughed at you so hard. You were bragging in the car.
Right
I
as you
brag
get up
about
there,
Jenna all the time.
You press your ear up to the door and you hear, "Okay, I'll send him your way."
Alright.
Is what he says. "Okay, I'll send him your way." And he comes back out and he says, "I have a friend one of the guys who works here who thinks he saw the kid. At least he saw someone he said was wearing the jacket that I gave you guys." And he points you in the direction of some of the, kind of where the rides meet the games, basically, pretty nearby. He says, "There'll be a guy there. He'll just be wearing kind of like a polo. He has a walkie-talkie on his hip. He's just one of the guys who helps coordinate things here. you'll see a baseball hat. He'll be looking for you.
All right, perfect.
You guys kind of head that direction, and this guy's like, hey, I think I might have seen the kid you're looking for. I picked it out because I thought it was a little strange to see a little guy on his own. I think he was in the mirror maze. At least that's where I saw he was going in there with a couple other kids.
Okay.
And if you follow me, I'll show you where it's at.
Sounds good.
And he kind of leads you along ways a little way, and then kind of at the end of the line of some of the smaller rides, there's a trailer that seems like built inside of it is this mirror maze. There's a little set of stairs that goes up to it. And he says, I think he's in there. Good luck finding him. It'll be kind of tricky.
I run sprints
Summer goes
as
straight.
fast,
Following you.
as
All right.
fast as I can.
In we go.
And I'm
Okay.
like yelling, Ryan! And
It's
just
surprisingly big in here for it being a trailer. You start moving around, and it is kind of like a double decker, and there's other layers and kind of twining past. Is anyone going in with them?
I am.
You're the one who lost him.
Guess I'm going in. I don't think he's in there, but I guess I'm going in.
Everyone's going in? You in?
I'm in.
You going in with him?
I guess I'm in.
Okay, so you guys all start going in kind of to fan out and look through, and it doesn't, you don't hear anyone else moving around. You call out Ryan, you don't hear anything else, like any response for saying kind of move through, and then you do hear something, and it's the sound of a door shutting behind you.
Uh-oh.
And then like a loud latching noise.
Oh, no.
Undo it. And
I'm gonna.
I knew it.
This is either Saw or a Zelda dungeon fight.
The door's
The
locked.
door's locked behind you.
Great. I'd take the second one, please. No.
I'm still like
I knew it.
yelling, Ryan, trying to find him.
Okay.
I knew it. I knew this place was fucky. I knew it.
Well, let's just try to get to the end of the maze.
Yeah, there's got to be a way out.
Yeah, it's probably just part of the maze. They don't let you come back out the way you went in.
You guys are going to kind of reconvene and try and move through the maze together. And there's lots of winding. It seems like there's more than one way to solve this maze. Like there's multiple entry points that kind of fans out, and then like it takes you a little bit of time. You bump into yourselves a lot of times, and then you get to kind of the end, and there's like a closed door up in front of you. It's kind of like a push bar door at the end of it.
Yeah, I guess we didn't see Ryan in here.
It seems like you've pretty well like searched through the whole thing. Seems like it's locked.
It's also a mirror
no.
maze. We probably would have seen him in here from just about anywhere.
He probably would have. At some point. If he was in there anywhere, you probably would have seen him.
Stick his head into mirror maze. No, he's not in there. It's a mirror maze.
I guess I start pounding on the door.
Okay. You pound on it, and it's kind of like weirdly cushiony feeling when you hit on it. Like maybe there's like out of the knowledge of an 8th grader, like there might be like some soundproofing or something on the outside of this trailer.
Weird. How do we... I look, is there like a lock or something on it? Like,
It seems like on this side it's just the push bar to open it. There's not like a handle or a door lock or anything like that.
Not nervously verbal. My last fruit roll up, by the way.
Oh,
You nervously.
no. I'm just crying, sitting on the ground.
I look up at the roof.
Okay.
Like, what does the ceiling look like?
It's dark. You don't see anything on it. It seems like it's black. If you have some help boost or like barely reach up and touch it, it seems like it's kind of felt lined something, but it's like roof.
Well, I start freaking out.
Oh,
I am
no.
petrified of the dark.
It is pretty
Oh,
dark in here,
no.
especially with both doors closed. It is pretty dark in here.
So I'm kind of running around trying to get out and screaming.
Okay.
Oh, so like the wall next to the door, does that seem like pretty solid? Like I'm just gonna like walk around like pounding on the wall to see if I can find like a thin spot or something.
Okay. You go around bumping. Everywhere you feel around, it seems like it has that same like you're hitting like a wall that's like hitting something very cushioned and insulated, but then not just like a plywood or a sheet.
Is it just like a trailer floor, or has it been like... Did they build a floor?
It seems like they built the floor into it. And it's like this is like a double wide, double tall trailer. It's big. It's the kind of thing that have to have signs and stuff on the outside of it to drive down interstate with it, because it has like an entire maze built inside.
Man, driving town to town, kidnapping people, kidnapping children in this thing must be a logistical nightmare. I got nothing. I'm an 8th grader.
I know. Maybe there's like a trap door or something.
No, that was the door they put you into. That was the trap.
Yeah, so obvious.
No, the whole thing is a trap. Yeah, look for a trap or look for a ventilation hatch or something.
Oh yeah, there has to be like air getting in here somewhere.
Okay.
Is it like, we look for like a vent?
It's like an emergency exit on a school bus.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought.
The murder clowns would definitely build an emergency exit in here just in case kids
We
needed to
don't
get out.
want anybody trapped in here.
Yeah, what if there's a fire or something?
You guys move through, look around. Eventually, you do find an air intake. It's like a pipe this big around with a little vent through it.
I start yelling through it.
Okay. You yell through it?
Yeah. Help! We're stuck in here.
Good call.
If only we had like a gerbil or something, we could like
Tie a message to
Yeah.
him. Throw him out there.
We've been taken by the carnies. Please help the near maze. Go, Dibbles.
It's called G-Force.
G-Force,
The
that's
guinea
right.
pig spy movie.
Oh, I forgot about that
God.
movie.
It's the although knowing carnies, they would have eaten them.
Yeah. I make the situation worse by saying, I told you guys this wasn't good.
No, it's
And I just look at you with the biggest like death stare. And just like, shut up. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We're trapped in here, and Ryan's out there with no one. What are we gonna do? And I'm just like,
Anybody? What year is it?
It's like early 2000s.
Okay. Anybody have rich parents? Anybody got a cell phone?
Does anybody have a flashlight?
I didn't
Nope.
think to bring one.
Gosh.
I'm no help.
Yeah. What can we do? On the entrance door that we came in,
Mhm.
is that also feel like it's padded?
If you go back over and pound against it, it does feel like it is.
Why is this like a freaking sale asylum? Like, why is it padded so, like, just want to get out of here.
Is there anything like, I don't know, is something we can use to like try to punch a hole in the wall or something? Like
There's glass panes and floor and ceiling and no crowbars lying around.
No crowbars. Can we use like the glass for something?
I have a knife.
We could.
Use the butt of the knife.
You could. I mean, breaking the mirrors is definitely something we can do. It's just to what end?
You should stab the wall. See if that does anything.
Maybe take the padding out. Like, start scratching off the padding.
Well, the padding's on the
Carving.
outside, isn't
It
it?
seems like the padding is in a layer in between the inner wall and the outer wall.
Oh.
It's like insulated in between.
Wonder how thick these walls are.
That's true.
Okay.
You didn't say, "Hey, I look at how thick the walls
Yeah.
are when I walk into this thing."
That's
So
right.
You have no idea.
You could try using your knife to like see if you can like punch like if it's just like drywall or something.
Yeah, I'll give that a try.
You kind of go in. It seems like there's like kind of a wooden, it's kind of like a wooden inner layer, and you're able to like it's trying to put a pocket knife through a wooden plank. Like it is not really like you can maybe sit there and carve for a while and try and get through.
Can we
but,
find the gap between two of the pieces of wood?
kind of carving along it? You probably be able to find like a gap between two.
I mean, if we're trying to go through the wall,
Nah, I don't
then that's the
What if
problem.
we all yell at the same exact time and see if someone can hear us?
All right. So
Yeah.
like, well, let's do it over by the air pipes too.
Yeah,
Is that all?
let's go.
Yeah. Try to make as much noise as we can through the air pipe.
All right, so you guys all
Yeah.
simultaneously.
Yeah.
And not that you guys have any knowledge of this, but this like cinematically cut to an outward off kilter angle of a like what looks like an AC intake, and you're like, cut back inside the machine in the box, the mirror box.
Well, it seems like that's not doing anything. So
Yeah.
what if we try and rock the trailer?
That's a good idea. If we tip it over, people are gonna have to notice that we're in here.
All right.
For some reason, Erickson, I can only.
It's like
double
you'd have to like lean against it and then run and sort through part of the maze to get to the other wall and lean against it and then run back
For some
through.
reason, Erickson, I can only imagine I can only picture the like VIP toilet trailers from the music festival. Like,
There
even
might
though
be
I
some of
know we're
those.
not all trapped in.
Yeah, you're not. It's much less nice than that.
Exactly. So is there actually, like, the air intake pipe, is there actually, like, a pipe on our side, or is it just, like, a hole?
It's a like circular thing set into the wall that has a grate going across it.
Can we try and rip that thing off?
The little grate piece.
The
Probably
the
could.
grip piece, or the, like, just any piece of it.
I mean, you with a screw or with a blade trying to like use it as a screwdriver, you could like unscrew the little grate that's covering the hole. If you would like to, and it'd be open.
I don't really know what good that does us. It just gives us a little grate.
Steven, boost me up. I want to see if I can touch the ceiling.
All right.
So
Boost you up.
yeah, I want to see if it's the same kind of thing. Like if it's hard.
It feels like it feels like between floors, it's just a wooden level, but on the actual roof of it, it feels like it's the same.
We do the Goonies thing where we just insult him and get him to charge us and step aside so he smashes into the locked door.
Oh, I guess that's something we could try. Is if we all three of us like run into the door at the same time and see if we can like just bust it down.
We're stuck in here, might as well.
Okay, so you guys try that. Kind of all three
Like,
line
yeah.
up, run, hit it, and it feels like as much as like a locked door kind of shifts, it does shift with you guys hitting it. But time and time again, like your shoulders get sore, and it does not seem to.
Which side of the hinge is on?
Not yours.
Damn.
Smart carnies. Can we feel like that it's a? It's one of those things. I don't. Unfortunately, an 8th grader wouldn't have a certain knowledge of how bolts work.
Unless your dad is a...
Yeah, my dad's a locksmith.
Good thing there's no locks inside here for you to find.
Yeah, well, I was looking for like the bolt. You can like jimmy the bolt with the knife.
I'm worried it's like a trailer door though, with the like external like bars that latch
Oh
across
yeah.
it.
Has anybody just like walked around, like trying to follow through the whole maze? Or-
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys know both ends are locked. There's like
Well, we explored every crevice of this.
you can
like,
spend
maze.
plenty of time doing so to where like you guys have a pretty good knowledge of this maze, and it seems like there's only the 2 entry exit points, as far as you can tell. And at this point, like
freaking
you
kidnapped
guys
by
doing all of
carnies.
this, it's been at least an hour you've been inside of this thing, doing all this stuff.
I'm just gonna lay on the ground.
Freaking carnies.
Guess start working my way around, seeing if any chunks of floor are loose.
Okay, so you guys can spend the next like
Yeah.
good amount of time to the point that you're like the carnival has probably shut down at this point. We've been in here long enough, and you're like moving through, checking floorboards, checking walls. This thing seems to be pretty much foolproof. It is airtight, and just as you're kind of like kind of feeling hopeless, it's been multiple hours you've been trapped inside of this thing. At this point, you hear ka-tunk from the bottom lock, and you hear the door kind of. You guys, no one's near the bottom door. Kind of like more centrally and up higher. You kind of hear a door slowly open. And in the like kind of slight reflections of the mirror, you see a head kind of peek in, and it seems to be a big, thick, bald head with curled mustache. And you hear, "Little kiddies, where are you?" And then the door swings open the rest of the way, and you can see the strong man kind of duck to step in, and he starts walking into the maze, looking around. And you can see like he makes eye contact with some of the reflections and starts moving into the maze. to grab you.
I really thought it'd be a clown. I'm not sure whether to take any comfort from this. Now I want the metal grate.
Yeah.
To have something.
What are you guys doing?
Uh,
So what you doing?
Shit.
I'm grabbing my knife.
Okay.
Right.
I'm behind you, terrified.
There's more light in here now. Not much. They seems like not a whole lot of the lights outside
So,
are turned on.
We know this.
I was about to say, we
pretty
know
good.
this place
Yeah,
pretty
you
well.
guys know this place pretty well.
I want to try to like lead the strong man like farther into the maze and
Okay.
like have them kind of like where they're at and try
Trying
to
to
like
able to sneak
scoot
out around him. Okay.
Did he close the door behind him, or is it?
The door like closed behind him, but you're pretty sure he unlocked it from the outside. So you think you could get out unless it automatically locks behind him. You're not sure. You know the one up top is still locked, but you don't know about the bottom one. And this guy's kind of just lumbering and looking, and he kind of quickly locks on you. So you're gonna try and lead him in so they can come around. Make a pull.
See, glad I left this guy.
That was smart.
Ready G pre-staging Jenga blocks for himself. always 2 steps ahead, that Billy Johnson.
Literally, he's very fast.
Drum. So you guys luckily were in here for quite a while. So you kind of lead him back, and then you know a way to kind of double back. So he kind of gets turned around inside of this thing, and you guys are able to book it to the door around him. You're going to be the last one out, but well, besides him.
Is there a lock when I when we get out? I turn around and look to see if there's a lock.
You kind
on
of pop the door. You're the last one to come through, and it closes behind you. And there is a latching mechanism. You flip it, locked, and you guys turn and look around, and you can see that there is from your guys' line of sight right now. There are 2 clowns nearby that are kind of seem to be wandering the grounds, and they both turn and look at the sound of the door, and they start running towards you.
Okay. I shouldn't have said anything about expecting it to be clowns.
All right.
What are you guys doing? 2 clowns running towards you.
Get back here! I pull out my flute, but just as like an actual weapon. That's what I got. So.
You are 8th graders. These are grown men.
men.
Just a fair warning.
No.
Fences are barbed wire.
Right.
Elephants. They've got this whole place locked down.
Right.
Elephants can go straight through the fence.
Genius.
Yeah, you guys are some really quick thinking 8th graders. Jeez.
I mean, to be fair,
And
we
it's
have
cool
thought
because
up
Ryan's probably on top of that elephant too to go with you.
Right. Obviously.
If they haven't eaten him yet.
No,
You think they're gonna eat it?
they've absolutely eaten him. Cannibal clowns, 100%.
Well, the way you just said that, yeah.
I like that plan. Wait, so we're gonna try
But
that.
that doesn't change the fact that we are now dealing with 2
clowns.
2 clowns running towards you.
I wish I had something to throw at him or something. I guess I can try to do the same plan where I'll try to I'll lead one off, but you guys have to deal with the other one.
So I'll handle the other one.
There you go. All right, so I'll try to
So you 2 are both. What's your plan for? You're trying to run towards him and then
Yeah.
juke the other way and have him chase you. What's your?
When he gets close, I'll chuck Ryan's koala at him.
Okay.
Because it's the only resource I have. Just to try and get him in the face and I don't know, go full Xbox 360 Call of Duty party chat on him. Just just throw it at him, insult his mom and everything else that comes to mind, and just take off running in a
I'll
different
have the
direction.
2 of you guys make polls. You can choose what order you go.
You can go first.
Wow, that's
I'm not
mighty
sure.
generous.
I'm not sure whether that's generous or not. Because if I succeed, it fucks you over. If I fail, you're in a great spot.
Right. Well, I
That
just
one's
figured
still bad.
if you have one that is loose, then I can find another one. If there's not one that's loose, then we're both fucked anyway. So.
There's not a single loose block. That's true. So there's 3 rows here.
Yeah.
It doesn't help that my hands
got-
shake.
We got squirrel.
We got me leaning all over the table. Yeah.
Oh!
Wow.
It was really funny watching Skler earlier, just look around and very, very cautiously lean on the table.
It's I used to play
I know, I'm
something.
trying so hard not to lean on this table, but I'm I wanna
I used to play this with my grandma, at my grandma's house, and she had a solid marble
Hey,
center
I got the
table.
one with the serial number on it.
Oh, look at you.
Nice.
That means you get the bowl 2 blocks now.
Oh,
played with-
winner.
what a terrible prize.
We should play with you guys as a wedding.
Oh yeah, the wedding game.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I got Grandma Jim.
Grandma Jim.
We'll have to find the ones my parents like to put Mr. and Mrs. Butts.
Yeah,
Seymour
like-
Butts.
Seymour Butts. Nice.
So I'm like, I wonder if they did that on any of those.
I mean, it's sliding free, which means it wasn't doing anything anyway, but...
That's future me's problem.
Just waiting for some smart ass remark to be made a minute to fall. That's all I want.
What happens if you knock that top chunk off, catch it, and put the whole thing back on? Just
Just-
wholesale.
If you use the same hand you were pulling it with, then I'll let it go. You can't catch
One-handed.
with this. If you do that all one-handed, the whole thing goes up. Then you're good.
Well, the real thing that would get in your way is this one right here that's missing the middle block now.
You did it perfectly. I'd be very impressed. All right. So you kind of both, in one way or another, get the attention of the two clowns and book it in different directions, and they both chase after them. The three of you are still. The other three are still here.
All right. So yeah, we're like booking it off to get on the chase. So what are you three
You
doing?
three.
I'm gonna
The
go run
clowns
and
seem to-
hide,
Yeah.
and I'm going to grab Summer's hand,
And we're
drag
running.
her.
Yeah.
with me.
Okay. Those two are running. What are you doing? You going with them? You going your own way? You can go your own way.
It'd be really dull. Unless you have a
You'll
good
be
plan.
doomed forever.
You won't survive another day.
I run
With them.
with them.
Okay. So she grabs
You better
Summer
run.
and runs, and then you run behind them. Are you guys running somewhere? Or do I get to choose a random direction? You just run in a random direction.
We're just running.
Running.
Running. Okay.
Running,
Can you
running.
make a pull for
Pick- You don't have to make a poll for this. Just pick a number between number 1 through 4.
Seven.
Name a yellow fruit.
What?
Orange.
Figure number 1 through 4.
1 through
7.
4,
Damn, I
it's
didn't
so
see that
random.
coming.
Pick a number between 1 through 4 because I'm choosing which location you're running
I
towards
get it,
randomly.
but 1 through 4.
First four.
3.
Oh.
3?
There you go.
3? 3? Okay.
You choose.
So you
the
guys just start running in a
slaughterhouse.
random direction, and he runs behind you, and you guys run until you don't hear or see the clowns or your friends anymore before you like really kind of take them in to look up, and you realize that you are now probably 20 feet into the area of trailers. You kind of run into them, and you can see lights on in some of the trailers and hear some movement around inside of them, but no one seems to have noticed you just yet. But you kind of like get into the area where you're surrounded by them, and then like realize, oh crap, we're in the middle of the trailers, and you can hear people moving around you.
Can we hide underneath them?
You can hide underneath the trailer. Sure.
Yeah.
The three of you all tuck underneath the trailer. One of you make a pull for me. You can choose who.
Let's see. Skler, have you made a pull yet?
I have made a poll. It's been since the very beginning. So
There you go.
it's probably,
Who's got
I
the
probably have been the
steady
last
stance?
one to merit.
Obviously not me.
Careful sliding that table there, friend. Oh, that's here.
What? I'll slide the table. So let's see. This one's in play.
Yeah.
Is this one in play?
No.
Just
Not
so it's
until
got to
one
be
more
a full
block
one.
gets
Yeah,
laid.
okay.
Careful with your play flute, boy. Watch your whistle.
You scare me so bad every time you do that.
Must you?
Yeah.
Feels tension.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh my god.
Oh God! Well, that looks like a prompt for someone else. So one girl slides under, second girl slides under. You start kind of scoot under, and you kind of get stuck a little bit, trying to go underneath this thing. You have to kind of shift, and you kind of slide underneath right as you hear one of the trailer doors swing open pretty suddenly, and you hear like a couple of steps come down, and you can see big red shoes step down off of this and kind of step down
Some real
across in front of you.
McDonald looking motherfuckers.
And right behind him, another person who seems to be barefoot, but seems to be women's feet. You can't really tell. Not sure whose feet they are. They're clearly not clown feet because there's not giant clown shoes on them. But
We would have so much more information if we went to all the sideshows before.
And
we-
you hear, and you hear the one voice that sounds slightly more feminine say like, "So how many did we get this time?" And the guy in front says, I think only 3. But I think they're cooking the little one tonight. As they walk across in front of you.
Oh no.
So when do we get the when do we get the shotgun in the survival horror game? It's usually the second weapon you get in a
What do they
horror
mean
games.
by cooking? Are they gonna eat us?
I think so.
Wouldn't be much reason to cook something without eating it.
What do they mean by little one?
I think they meant little pig.
This is all a big misunderstanding.
It's all just...
And I'm just like, right. I'm sitting here just. I got He-Man out. I'm like,
Hey man, give me strength.
give me strength. We're strong, He-Man.
As for you two,
Alright.
with your pole you made before, you guys are able to run and kind of weave and stuff, and you think you've lost. You kind of are able to tuck and see a clown like kind of run past, looking side to side, and you're kind of tucked away. You're kind of tucked away and hidden. You're able to loop back, and like the clown just loses you, and you're kind of heading in whatever direction you'd like to. You're kind of hidden as the clown like walks right past you, and it seems to be like this, and he's just.
Oh no.
And you can see he's snorting. He's got a fake nose on that's kind of moving as he snorts. He's got this kind of strawy yellow hair that comes out from under a ridiculous hat. He says, "Come here, little one. Where are you?" And he like goes around a corner right in front of your hiding spot.
Are there any like?
That's the direction I'm headed.
Running towards elephants.
Are there any like rocks or anything on the ground?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking try to yeet a rock. Like I want to head towards the pavilion, right?
The tents?
The tents.
Okay.
And I want to try to throw this rock and like bang it off of something down the way.
Further away.
Yeah.
For sure. She's brain with it.
He's an eighth grader.
Yeah.
Let's ease off here. You guys aren't commando SEAL Team 6 over here, clearly. So you can throw. So you come in here. There you are. And this guy runs across that direction, and you go the other way.
Perfect. I send out I trip him and get him with my K-bar.
And so you guys kind of end up intersecting just outside of the tents.
Guess we'll try to sneak into the elephant enclosure like we did before.
Okay. Whichever one he wants to could make a pull here.
You want to Rochambeau it?
No, I'll just do it.
Oh, okay. Bold of you. But how can you heroically sacrifice yourself later?
This might be it. Why are there no Jenga blocks to pull? Jenga, why have you betrayed me?
Oh, that's Jenga. This curse is sudden, but inevitable.
I do have this row to pull from.
That is legal. You can make it legal.
Ooh,
Okay,
ooh.
there we go. Okay. Here we go.
Easy does it.
Unfortunately, if I'm not just gently pushing it with my finger, I think the shaking makes it worse. So maybe I shouldn't use that strategy in the future. Maybe I should go for the one where you try and just flick a block out really fast.
Full speed.
You want to make sure the Jenga block is gone before the tower knows it's gone.
If you do it fast enough, physics can't keep up.
You guys are kind of moving through these tents, and you like hear some footsteps, and you like stop for a second, and then just heavy footsteps, and you see the strong man like walk across in between tents in front of you and
How'd he
keep
get
going.
How did he get out?
You two both, everyone ran away from that spot after locking the door.
Oh, that's true.
The clowns were outside there when you ran out. They probably knew he was in there trying to get you guys.
He can make a little bit more noise than we can.
He also has friends on the outside,
Yep.
which is kind of the big deal.
And you go in behind him, you sneak into the tent, and you can see inside the tent here 2 big cages with elephants inside of them now that are locked up. And you can see that there's a number of these smaller cages, 2 of which have kids inside of them, inside of this tent right now. You can see that they're kind of like at least 2 small human bodies that are kind of curled up and crying. Like you're gonna hear soft whimpers in these cages. But neither of them look like Ryan.
Can I look from this is like a backstage area? I want to peek out into the main.
Okay, peeking out into the that's a separate tent. You'd have to leave that tent and go to the edge to
I
peek.
see.
If you'd like to, you can do that. But
Are those the only two animals they have, or
The 12.
The
That's
elephants?
all the only animals you've seen.
Man, it would have been great to just like cut a tiger loose or something.
That would have been fun.
Okay, I'll go for the. I mean, we gotta get the kids out there, but
Yeah, sure. Well, you check on them. I'm gonna see if Ryan's in the big tent.
okay.
Okay. So you're gonna check on the kids.
Yeah.
You're gonna go to the big tent.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I get like a tent stake or something?
Sure. There's probably some in here somewhere. Are
I'll
you
just take
looking for those first?
I'll just take a tent stake with me.
Okay.
Just some kind of self-defense bat.
Are you
Well,
gonna-
that and like, if we can get the elephants loose, they're pretty docile, so we're gonna need something to get one to go on rampage. So I'm just gonna.
So you have a little tent stake thing with you, and you pick one of those up off the edge of the
It
tent
doesn't.
somewhere.
It offers no comfort.
Good to know. You run over to the little kids in the cages. It seems like it's a little girl, probably a couple years older than Ryan, and then another boy who's probably 10, 11 years old inside of the other cage. And as you run up, the little girl kind of startles and goes, "Ah!" And she's like, "Please, don't hurt me! Don't hurt me!" Make a pull.
Shit.
And that was how I died.
You died as you lived, attempting to be helpful.
You know, if that's how it goes in real life, that one's moving a little bit, but
Oh, there you go. There you go.
no, it's tight.
Easy peasy.
It just like jumped
Yeah.
past something.
You gotta. It's like the table trick. Yeah, like once it gets out, the pressure. You know.
That's what I was just saying. That's why you gotta just like swipe a block out of the tower so that it's just gone, and then
So all of your velocity's going in a single direction. You know.
oh,
I wish I could like zoom in, just like. Oh.
I can now read the entirety of the word Jenga. on the side of the block.
That's how you know you're in the
You
clip.
don't have to be careful anymore then. It's kind of-
Oh, at that point you've already won.
She kind of like sees it's not one of the creepy clowns or anything and like quiets up for a second.
I assume these are like padlocks.
Yeah.
Not just like.
It's not like a kennel for a dog
right.
that you can like turn and pull up and open the cage. Otherwise they could like reach their fingers
Yeah.
through and do it. They weren't dumb kids.
And the kid goes, "Oh, I never thought of that."
Yeah, there's padlocks on them. He's like, "Get me out of here!" And the guy kind of turns like, "Can you get us out of here? He said they're gonna eat us."
Somehow that doesn't surprise me. Do you have any idea where the keys are?
The one who locked us in here, it was the guy with the big mustache.
Yeah.
He had the key.
Of course it was. Are there like any like wire cutters or anything?
Oh, that's a good question.
You don't see any around in this tent.
Well,
Cut
let's
to
see.
you.
Yeah, let's do.
You
let's
go
do what
over
he's
to the
doing
big
while I'm,
tents.
Right.
And peeking ahead in there, there doesn't appears to be closed down. There's like nothing going on. It's quiet. Cutting back to you three, those two kind of wander off a little further. Are you guys just trying to stay hidden underneath here? Are you doing anything?
I don't know what to do. I feel like we should go look for Ryan.
You gotta pick up on the
Oh,
But it's
Whisper louder.
atmosphere.
We'll have to be quiet and sneak around.
we have to go look for
I
him.
feel like
Yeah.
I have a long, stupid plan, but I don't know if I can make enough pulls to survive long enough to pull it off.
always the struggle in a good game of Dread.
We're gonna.
You go look for Ryan.
Yeah.
I'm not.
You're not. Are you staying underneath?
I'm nervous. I'm shaking. I'm staying.
You guys go out and he's just down there. He like freezes.
Just be
Really,
really
Holden?
quiet.
Really.
Call me that.
You're the only guy here, and you're the one that wants to sit and sing. Do you really want to be eaten by clowns?
Clown, shut up.
Let's
Mac
go
and
look
cheese.
for Ryan.
I'd open
Let's
that
go.
off of the table.
So you guys go look
As
for
far as
Yeah.
the
Where
Game
are
of
you
Dread
trying
is
to find
concerned,
Ryan?
that's a bomb.
In between the trailers.
Yeah.
So you guys are like moving like in
Or
between
like,
trailers.
and also peeking in,
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
see if they, yeah.
Any kids like locked in the trailer? Like we
It seems
were?
like most of these trailers are raised up enough to where you would probably have to boost. One of you'd have to boost the other one up to look through
Okay.
the windows. But there's windows. Some of them are have blinds open or slightly closed or whatever. You could like kind of peek in. You go up to the first one. Who's boosting who up? Who's looking in?
I'm gonna boost you up.
Okay.
She boosts you up.
We're good. I was trying to get away from the microphone. Hey, she just shotgunning a beer over
Really helps take the edge off.
Slow down. Move that chair around, man. I told Betty G you should probably open the can away from the table because as far as a Game of Dread concerned, that's essentially a bomb.
So you kind of boost her up, and she like peers into the first window, and looking inside of there, you can see what appears to be just like some of the one of those like circus staff help people that has like a polo thing on. He's just laying on one of the beds in there asleep, snoring pretty loudly. Nothing else going on in that one. You move on to like just kind of going from one to the next. Do you have like a method to your madness, or are you just going to kind of go
We're
one by one?
we're going one by one, just looking for Ryan.
Okay. So you poke your head into the next one, and you can see there's like a small TV kind of set in the corner, and you can see a guy who's. You think it might be the guy who was at that like ring toss game. It seems like a half put together clown, and there's like the little rabbit ears, and it's like the service keeps cutting in and out on like this channel, and he's just smacking the side. He's like, "Come on!" smacking the side, trying to get it to turn back on, but nothing else seems to be going on in there. And you go to the next one, go up and like peek in, and as she peeks over the top, you just like make straight eye contact with two clowns sitting on a couch, and one kind of like he kind of glances. And he looks at his friend, like hits his shoulder, and the friend glances, and then you can see them starting to move towards the door. What are you doing?
Is that how clowns spend their evenings? Just sitting on the couch trying to
run it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're running.
It seems like you guys are on a window that was behind the TV screen.
Oh, okay.
You're watching TV, you see like a little bit. Is that Scotty?
No, it's some pasty children.
Hooray!
Hooray! So, you guys are booking it. Two
Yeah.
clowns are coming after you.
Mm-hmm.
Who would like to make a poll?
Rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah.
Or unshoot?
Rest your hand on the table to do it.
On shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ah!
Wait, what does that mean?
Paper.
Who
You
goes?
lost.
You.
Paper
I know.
versus rock. It means
So
you
you
draw.
have to
Oh,
draw.
so I draw. I don't know.
Drawing's
I
a
really
bad
wanted to.
Winner gets to die!
I'll move back out of the way.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm just like
One
Reagan,
hand.
really good at
That's how
rock,
it
paper,
gets reset,
scissors.
and I guess I'll totally go for mine.
I don't think that's a good choice.
No.
Options are dwindling.
So tense. Oh, nice.
Smooth like a butter, baby. And now everyone sit down in the most gentle ginger way.
I was kind of thinking of just doing a standing leap from here.
An elbow on the chair. So, you guys book it, and you run and kind of weave, and these clowns come running out, and they scatter through looking for you guys. And one runs the wrong direction altogether. The other one, like you guys tuck up against one of the trailers right as he runs past you. Jesus Christ! You are a wrecking ball, sir. And the one you tuck right up into, you can hear, like, as you kind of tuck up against it, you, like, wait for a second and you can hear what, like, it sounds kind of like a bubbling noise, like boiling water, almost. And you can hear, like, which sounds like a sharpening of a knife. And you hear a, "Oh boy, I can't wait to cook you up, little fella." And then there's like a whimper noise inside of here.
Where is it at? Is it in a trailer?
It's in a trailer that you're tucked right up beside it, and like the air outtake that's probably like up above a stove or something is right near you, and you hear it through that.
Can you boost me up and see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll boost her up.
Kind of boosts you up into the window, and you peek through it, and you can see one of those little cages inside this room, just kind of set in the middle of the room that Ryan's sitting in, curled up, like shivering and like looking super scared. You can see he's been crying a lot, and you can see just beyond him, there's just like a kitchen set up that has this big pot sitting on a big stove, bubbling with water, and you can see the back of what looks like a fat, disgusting clown with a big butcher's cleaver sharpening it against a sharpening line.
We have to go get him.
We have to turn off the electricity first.
How do we do that? What is this thing hooked up to?
There seems to be like a very complex ramshackle power grid
Where's your
between these.
Where's your knife?
You
Ooh,
could
I've
Just
got
jam
my
it in an
knife.
outlet. That would probably
I
shut the power down.
yeah.
That could short circuit more than one thing.
But can we just start unplugging everything?
You can. Here's the thing. If you want to just like unplug just start unplugging random things, you think that eventually you'll figure it out and like it'll mess his up. But if along the way other people's power might go out and it might cause people to come out of their trailers. So there's some risk there if you don't like it's literally like a bunch of like power strips hooked to extension cords that make this like just line the walkways all around connecting these things.
Just like walk it back.
If you want to give me your pocket knife, I'm gonna go and create a distraction, and if you get Ryan out of that cage, you guys go run.
Okay.
Give me the pocket knife, and I will make sure the clown is like following me,
Okay.
and I will run for it. And if he tries to catch me, I'm gonna be doing that. That's my purse. I don't know you.
Okay. So
Yeah.
are you like opening the door? Or are you just trying to get his attention? What are you doing to get his? What are you doing to?
I'm gonna open the door, like bust through it, and be like, "Hey, fat lord, come get me!" And I'm gonna wait until I hear like something.
And so there's like a pause from the and he turns. Are you like standing in the room at all, or do you see him, or do you just?
I'm like kind of outside,
outside waiting?
like yeah. I'm like waiting where I like pop the door open, and I'm like kind of crouched in there, and I kind of see him a little bit.
You hear like a pause on the sharpening, and it's like what feels like an eon goes by, but it's actually like a second or two. You hear, sounds like second helpings, and you hear this thing kind of shifts as this big fat clown starts coming through,
like,
and he
oh,
pulls his head out through there,
shit.
and he like looks to the wrong direction, looks the right direction towards you, and starts stomping down. And he's still got the cleaver in his hand, and he's starting to walk after you down the way. You see her book it with the fat clown going after her, and the door swings behind him.
I'm running in.
Okay, make a pull.
Does the fat clown catch you?
Maybe. Okay.
Carnival's not over.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the one you just tried, everybody at this table has tried twice at least so far. And every time you bump it, it goes, dur, dur. And I was like, ooh. It looks like a good one. It is not a good
Well, the
one.
last block that Andrea pulled, she pulled the block out, and I watched
fantastic.
the whole tower shift. And I was just like, oh.
Left and right of the tower here is gonna be very wobbly.
This is gonna be?
Well, it's gonna be on one brick there, so if you try to lean it this way or that way, it's gonna be on one stand right at the base, which is very scary. Not today.
Not today, Satan. Fat clown. So you start running. There's this big fat clown coming after
Yeah.
you, and we will come back to you in a
It
second.
is important to remember not to celebrate too hard.
You swing the door open, and you see Ryan like, look up at you from there. Pause there. Back to you two.
Yep. Unless you've got an idea of what you're doing next.
Well, I'm probably just head back to you, but
Okay.
so it sounds like I guess if we have a chance to convene, the strong man's got the keys.
Mhm.
So we need to figure out how to get the keys off of the strong man.
I mean, my long, convoluted, stupid plan was to get the strong man to chase me.
Mm-hmm.
And since I can climb,
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably start climbing like a Ferris wheel or something. Try and get him to follow me up it. And then at some point,
My phone just vibrated.
then it would be your fault.
And then I have to kill
and
all
at
the
some point-
carnies.
At some point during that exact method, not exactly clear yet.
Right.
Snag the keys off of him.
Well, what if you get, like, we have him chase you, right? And we find, like, some rope or something, and we get him to, like, trip.
I really thought you were about to suggest we tie him up, and I was about to say he's a strong.
No. So, like, you get him running, and then, like, we'll clothesline him.
Okay.
And then while he's, like, falling, we, like, grab the keys off him.
This is a carnival. There's something here we can use to our advantage. Like, there has to be.
There has to be.
Like, there's some sort of carnival game, or like, we've already tried we've already tried the mirror maze.
This is where we do a callback, and you ring toss.
That's a good point. How do I use my phenomenal ring toss skills?
I will say, from now on, twice, so from now on, if you want to win at ring toss, for the rest of the time we play, you can win at ring toss.
this session?
This session. If
Cool.
you can use that to your advantage, no pull required.
Right.
If ring toss is the ability you're using to succeed at something, you will just
What if
succeed.
it's like lasso and you?
I like the trip idea.
Okay.
I think the trip's a good
You can
idea.
last
But
as
I
long
feel
as
like
someone
we
will
need
fit
some way
in
to
the
keep
ring,
him
you can
down.
lasso,
Right.
I think.
Is there something, like, heavy? That
Is
we
there
can-
something we can make sure he hits his head on? Do they have one of those?
That's
I
rough,
love-
man. That's fair. Fair enough.
It's also the just because I like the imagery of this, it succeeds. Do they have one of those carnival games with the hammer with the bell?
100% they do.
Okay,
Of
because
course they do, it's a carnival.
we'll set it up there so that he hits his head on, hopefully knocking himself out and ringing it down in the
Right.
same process. I like to mental image that.
Right.
Um,
Well, so stash one of the hammers nearby. We can just whack him. And knock him
sheesh,
out.
man.
What?
He's wanting to eat you.
I know, but I'm just saying that because he said that to me literally 10 seconds
He can hit
ago.
his head. And you're like, that's kind of dark. And he's like, well, if you... Yeah, we can hit him with a hammer.
Dark. Okay, we've got to be, there's got to be rope or, I mean, heck, there's tents all over the place.
Yeah.
Like,
There's rope.
yeah,
If
there's
you want
rope.
rope, we can give it.
Let's go find, you set up Tripwire, I'll go find Strongman.
All right.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll set up the
You're
tripwire
going to set up a tripwire, you're going to try and find the
someplace
something
with a
there.
hard floor.
Okay. What are you doing?
Are you
Talking to me, man.
Hey man, I'm really scared right now. I just want to be strong like you are.
He's doing that, and what he keeps hearing his dad's voice in his head. Basically saying,
I imagine his dad looks something like you do right now.
Is he our baseball coach?
no, for backstory.
Oh, okay.
My dad's disappointed that I don't play football.
Ah.
So he does probably look like me. But he's a football coach. So his voice, he kind of hears his dad's voice, like not like in a schizophrenic way, just like
It's been a callback.
like in a
Yeah,
kind of a
movie sort
comic.
of way.
He's like, "Come on, don't be a little bitch, Steven. Don't be a little bitch." I'm sitting here like I'm no bitch. And so I garner the strength to get out from the bottom
Yeah.
Good work.
mentally.
You don't do it, but yeah.
No, I don't do it. I do.
If I wanted to, I could leave.
I will choose not to from this point on, but know
Strategically.
that I am brave enough to, should I get the desire. What are you doing after you get out of there? Where are you going? Are you just stepping out and standing there?
For now, stepping up, because getting out is like a victory for him. Like he's like, I'm not a bitch. Yeah. He basically just gets out. And
Okay.
just stands up. And
Looks around.
Pauses for a little bit.
All right, back to you two.
Alright.
Or back to specifically you.
Mm-hmm.
You knew he was somewhere around in the tents and stuff, and it doesn't take you too long to see him. Like he's just kind of circling through. You can see like you kind of round the corner and see the back of him. He's just like walking, like pulling up a tent, looking inside. Walking to the next one, pulling it up, looking inside. Like, tasty childrens, where are you? And he pulls up the next one, looks underneath.
Hey, Strongman!
Yeah. Turns and looks. There you are. Oh! And so start, the feisty ones taste the best. Get back here! And you start running, and he is after you. And you've hopefully set up a tripwire at the in that amount of time.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Which one of you would like to make the next pull?
I'll take
for
a
this
pull. You've taken a bunch. I'll take a pull.
Poor Mr.
This
Shaky Hand.
this row is
Legal.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Not that helps.
You're welcome. That roll is now. You are now allowed to use that roll to kill yourself.
Oh, thanks. I was one of these. You guys are going to towers like this tall. But he flips it out perfectly.
Isn't that the one I said?
Yeah.
It's the one.
Did you try that same middle one over there?
No,
Or
it
yours
was
did?
the- it was
That's the one on the next page.
The end one's doing the same thing.
It's not the end one until it's the end one.
No, the end one.
Jesus Christ, that is sketchy.
Hurt.
The tighter you can pack them on top, the better in the long run.
Every time
Careful with
somebody
your hand,
says,
Justin.
says smooth like butter, I go, what if you think Django sticks of butter?
They would stick. I don't think they'd come out.
They probably wouldn't know.
As soon as you have to play very fast. Once they start
Or in a
thawing.
freezer.
Yeah, or in the freezer.
Speed Jenga.
Then they definitely stick.
So
Playing it.
you hear, "Come back here, little piggy boy!" And
Oh, no.
you see him run across, and you see the strong man gaining on him, coming up behind. Thump, 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 and you're pulling tight on that thing. And as you do, it pulls you good 5 feet forward as his dead sprint catches this. But it kind of catches, he twists, turns, goes backwards, and his head hits the bell perfectly. As he kind of hits there, and it seems like his bell is rung for a moment, and he seems kind of dizzily sitting there and kind
Is
of
it hammer
reaching
time?
at nothing. I mean, are you swinging the hammer?
I'm just going for the keys. You can hit him with a hammer if you want. I won't argue.
I think I'm gonna hit him with a hammer. This guy's a literal cannibal.
No, you're right.
Oh, you banged the table.
No. So you're running up and trying to swing the hammer. It's like a rubber malleted hammer. You're an 8th grader.
Right.
He's a strong man. You kind of swing it down, and he's kind of distant, kind of hits against his head, and he's like, ah!
Yeah.
And you see his eyes are kind of crossed, but they kind of start to focus in on you as you pull the key off the hook on his belt.
I want to hit him right in the gut.
Okay.
Right in the solar. I'm gonna try to wind him real quick.
I am lower.
Yes. Every middle school boy
Yes.
knows exactly
So you
what to
swing
do.
back, and it seems like you swing
It's
down
like
as
a
hard as you
golf
can,
swing.
and he's like, but then you swing back and come in, and you as you turn and start running, and you see him kind of start to go, and he takes 2 steps towards you guys, grabs his crotch, and falls over, and he's sick to his stomach.
Okay,
on
I
the
think
ground.
some time.
Oh, nasty little. Oh.
All right.
Is it fat bastards?
Oh, my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back. Ribs.
Let's kids.
Kids. Chili's baby back, kids.
Let's go. Speaking of kids, let's go let the other 2 kids out of the cage, and unlock the elephant cage. I think if we because we still don't know where anybody else is, and we still don't know where Ryan is.
Right.
You and I. So if we can get these kids onto one of the elephants, sort of aim it towards the fence and stab it in the rear end with the stake.
That's
It
an
should
animal.
go straight through the fence and hopefully carry these children somewhat to safety.
Throw these kids on an elephant, make it rage, and send it into the woods.
I'm an 8th grader. This is a plan.
This is a great.
This is a genius plan.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess,
How about we don't put the kids on top and just have it bust a hole in the fence?
and then they can just take off running into the woods.
I mean, it's better than being here with a bunch of cannibal carnies.
I guess.
Yeah, point whatever area we say the road's that way. Go.
So you guys kind of go out, you get them unlocked. The keys work. You unlock the elephant cage, and you start to kind of the elephant kind of slowly, it's very docile, starts lumbering out, and we'll get back to you guys in a second. You are running, and this fat, ugly clown He's got like a Kiss the Cook apron on and a cleaver in his
Probably
hand.
always
I mean, he's got like a gross t-shirt and boxers on and like probably like a pair of Crocs. I assume he wears Crocs. He seems like the type. And he's coming after you. Luckily, you're an 8th grader and he is an obese cannibal who doesn't have the same ability to run quick and make sudden turns and stuff. So he's lumbering after you, but you are, with your previous pull, able to run fast enough that you are like winding him and he's having a hard time keeping up with you.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get out of his line of sight so he's confused. And
Okay.
when I come, like, when his back is towards me, what I want to do is.
Shank him.
Are you gonna actually try? You're gonna try and stab him?
Yeah, I am. You try to kill my brother and eat him.
Okay.
Yes, I'm going to kill this motherfucker. Okay.
Okay.
Well, if we didn't learn all this about her now in 8th grade,
It's true.
she would have ended up in juvie somewhere in high school anyway.
That's a good point.
There's a lot of rage issues going on.
We'll come back to you.
Popular
in a second,
cheerleader turned
You
psycho
back to you.
killer.
You're inside. Ryan's scared.
Wouldn't be the first.
He's in a cage.
Is the cage padlocked as well?
It is.
I'm gonna lock myself in there with him. Not in the cage.
In the trailer.
We're in this together,
there's-
buddy.
there's no-
Reach around, lock it, throw the key.
There's no way I could possibly pick this lock and get you out,
Add
but
it
it is
to
the
shadows.
safest
That's what
way.
you do for the shadows.
How'd you do that?
At a glance, there is a key in there. Like there's
Oh,
a there's
they
a
got
hook on the
themselves
wall near where the
stuck
cook was
in
going
it.
Turns
to
into a dog.
Yeah, dog shelter.
Okay.
If you want to maybe, if you want to lock yourself in.
Is there other people in there? No.
The key. There is a key hanging on a wall near where the cook was preparing the food.
Does that unlock the cage?
Are you trying it?
I'm gonna try
It
and
unlocks
lock
the
it.
cage.
Okay.
It's the cage.
Sorry.
It is
I don't
in
mean
there.
to.
No, thank you.
A
voice comes from nearby. It's Billy's voice.
Billy's voice.
What would Billy do?
Says something
Billy
really
do?
dumb.
Okay, so I'm gonna get Ryan out.
Okay. I'm so scared. He said he was gonna eat me.
Are other people noticing all the commotion? Are they
You-
coming out? Are they?
You think that with him yelling and moving that there's probably some note being taken, but you don't. You're inside this tree. You don't really
So I'm
know
gonna
what's
look out of the
It's been a
window.
long day at Carney.
And-
Just...
What's happening out the window?
You can see like some trailers and stuff, like lights turning on, or like hear some doors opening nearby, but you don't see anyone immediately outside of this trailer.
Just looking at the thing.
You look at like the big gaps in the middle
Yeah. And at the bottom.
and at the top. It's looking like Swiss cheese. Oh, cheese
Oh.
means more holes.
Okay.
More holes.
I'm gonna take
Less
Ryan.
cheese.
And we're gonna run out, and we're gonna
Less cheese.
hide under another trailer.
Okay.
Swiss cheese don't.
So you guys run out, hide under a trailer. Are you just staying hidden down there? When you go out, no one seems to notice you right away.
Yeah, we're gonna stay hidden.
Okay, a moment goes by, a little bit of time, and you can see some people kind of moving around, some like stuck in front of the trailer and like looking around, but no one seems to take note of you guys. You do see like one person goes into the trailer where the cook was, and you hear like, "Where's the cook? And the kid's gone too!" And he stomps down. And you see him move a different direction.
See, we have 2 elephants. So we send one through the fence because we need a way out. We send the other one towards the trailers to distract all the cars.
Let's address the elephant in the room.
Let's address the 2 elephants we have as resources.
Let's address the second elephant in the room.
the other elephant.
I look
Just saying.
around,
They're
and I'm
resources.
gonna find a good place for Ryan to hide, where no one can find him.
Including us.
Actually, ever happened.
I mean, you can find somewhere that you think no one will find Ryan and hide him there if you would
Okay,
like to.
I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna go help Summer.
You only know a direction she ran, but you can run that direction after her if you'd like.
Yep.
Yeah, so you're leaving Ryan behind hidden,
Yeah.
going after her.
Yeah.
It's like, don't leave me. They said they're gonna eat me.
I'll be right back. Just don't make any sounds at all. Stay right
Okay.
here. Don't move. You promise?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go run after Summer.
Okay. Well, in that case, you kind of get. It's not too hard to catch up to this Carney. This guy's kind of remembering. Where'd she go? And I'm gonna need you to make a roll as you try and stab this clown.
Despite all this rage, I'm still just a clown in a cage.
How did my characters just like complete passive nervousness result in
Be exactly that way.
3 holes?
Oh, I didn't mean to do that one. Wait, can I do that one? No.
No.
See.
Had to go and stab the fat clown, didn't you? Ugh. Yeah. Hey, maybe try the. There's 3 right there. Maybe try the middle one.
Hey, at some point,
there you go.
the weight's gonna change, and that row will be viable. I'm telling you.
Alright, you gotta
Got a
get
new
back
row.
on top.
I'm telling myself that, hoping to will it.
Which
into
side
existence.
do you want to see?
That's
Oh, there is only one.
Only one spot. Oh. There you go.
Nice.
And another row becomes available.
So you kind of you're like kind of moving behind this guy, and you hear, yeah, as this psycho lady coming out with a knife, and you're like, where are you trying to stab this clown?
I'm gonna try to stab him like right in the neck.
Okay. So she comes up and she sticks a knife like kind of where his neck meets his shoulder, and he kind of grabs at it, and like he drops his cleaver and falls over, grabbing at it.
I'm gonna grab his cleaver.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's grabbing at his neck right now, trying to pull the knife out.
I'm gonna slash the back of his legs.
Okay, you're an 8th grader.
Dang it!
You're not gonna
sorry.
like pin a guy to the ground and hamstring him, all right?
Yeah.
Like if you stabbed him in the neck and it seems like he's in a bad way. But
Okay.
I don't think that an 8th grader is gonna like chop this guy up into bits.
Is he still standing?
He fell over and grabbed at his neck.
Sorry. I'm used to like murder.
You're used to
cat.
playing D&D. You are not assassin. You are an 8th grader.
sorry.
Well, on the road, however,
Well on the road, yes.
you have taken your.
Gonna
first
control
steps.
myself. Okay, I'm gonna grab the cleaver. I spot her and then I'm like running towards her.
Okay. She
I-
comes running towards you. This guy, he's grabbing at his neck, and it seems like you don't know if he's gonna live or die, but he's certainly not in good shape right now.
Good.
He makes a pull.
He makes a pull on a tower that you don't see, but don't worry about that.
He fell over though.
It fell over though eventually.
He heroically sacrifices himself to get 6 more clowns to chase him.
to give the rest of the carnies a better.
Yeah, I have a indefinite number of clowns. If you want me to get my own tower, I'll just knock it over each time to win it. Because I can just keep throwing clowns at you.
But I demand that a clown does die every time you do that.
There will be many a dead clown. So you two reconvene.
Yes. I'll be like, did you get Ryan out?
I got Ryan out,
Okay, let's go grab him.
and I take her over to where he's hidden.
Okay. You go to where he is hidden.
He better fucking be there. He better fucking be there.
He is there. You can tell because as you're approaching, you can hear from underneath. And as you kind of walk underneath, you as you look underneath and you can tell it's you. Can we go now? Shh.
Shut up, you little twerp.
And I just start like crying. I'm like, Ryan, are you okay?
And he kind of like, he's underneath the tree and he's looking at you, but he's more looking like past you.
No.
Oh no.
And he's kind of like his eyes go wide as he's looking over your shoulder.
Oh my god. I have to look behind myself.
You turn and look to see another clown behind you that's walking, that seems to be like walking up behind you, and he's got like a sickly grin on his face. He's probably 10 feet away, like slowly walking towards you guys.
Still got that cleaver?
Yeah.
The girls are freaking on a murder streak over here.
We're like, let's hit him with a rubber mallet. I don't know,
You're
man.
like
That's a bit
elephants.
much.
Once again,
Murder clowns.
8th grade.
Yeah.
Think about
Strong, physically.
you in 8th grade. If you were in this situation, You'd have died an hour ago. But
Hey, I'd like to think I would have made it this far.
and so would 8th grade you. But that's not a thing. But just saying.
I know, 23-year-old me is a
23-year-old Jew's like, fuck you, murder clown. But
Yeah.
8th grade, like you're like what, 13 years old?
Yeah.
13, 14.
13 years old, 14 years old.
Okay, I grab both of their hands and we start booking
You
it.
guys just start.
Yeah. I still have the cleaver in my hand though.
Okay,
I'm like,
and he's gonna
just-
kind of like stomp up towards you, and he's like tries to reach and grab, but you guys just make it out as he's coming up towards you, and he starts to
sneak
chase
up on
after
them with the squeaky shoe.
They were distracted.
you.
Do you think there's someone there? I don't think so.
No.
Well, here he comes.
How did we
And
get so close?
he's chasing behind you, and you hear it, and he's like shouts out like, "I found him over here!"
Oh, no.
And you can hear other like doors opening, lights turning, like people moving around through this little shanty town of trailers. Cut to what are you doing as you hear well over here kind of echo nearby, and you can hear a lot of movement going on around you in this area.
I panic and run in a random direction.
Okay. Odd or even? 1 or 2? 2? You're sure 2. No takes his best. Okay. You run in a random direction.
Final answer.
Why not?
You 2.
Alright.
Kids are out.
Kids are out.
You get the first elephant's kind of slowly lumbering.
I'm gonna try to get some food and like lure the elephant in the direction we want.
Okay. It seems like he is more responsive to that.
Okay. I wish I could like tie it to like an RC car or something. Just like zip it away.
This big tent. I mean, this is towards the back of the fence here in this
Oh.
corner. Like you guys aren't too far because it's kind of set in one of the corners, so you're not too far from the fence if that's where you're trying to get.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to like lead it over to the fence and see if I can get it to like put its foot up. Like I don't know, like from watching the
You don't.
circus act, that
You-
they were
it
like
seems
"Oh,"
like it.
but he's
It's like there's a fence there. I don't want to run into it right now. So like you kind of try to do what they do, but it doesn't seem to make much of a change. To it.
Oh, okay. I step
Plan
out of the
B.
way. I give him the food and step well back.
Okay.
I'm really sorry about this, buddy. You're a very nice elephant. I'm sure that wherever you end up after this will be much better than a murder circus. And I stab him in the back leg butt area with the dipstick.
Which you got, everyone can hear echo through the circus as it lets out this loud noise, and when it collides with this fence, ripping it in half and pulling a big chunk of it along with it as it charges off into the woods. There's a big opening in the fence.
Perfect.
All right, you two.
They're already running.
Yeah. Get. All right. Second elephant.
It's like, oh, that worked well.
And you
Number
guys
2.
turn around and you see the tent that you just came from swing open, and you see the strong man sitting on his crotch, holding the rubber hammer in the other hand. He's looking around, kind of wild-eyed, and catches where you guys are at. Cut to
New plan.
you two.
Okay. What's the
You
new
two and the
plan?
kid, clown right behind you. You hear that. We're saying that that noise is in the direction you chose to run.
Okay.
Are you still running towards it?
Yes.
Okay, so you keep running that direction.
Where's that sound coming from?
I
mean, we're still running.
You know the direction. Like you're kind of heading this way. It's kind of off to the left a little bit, but it is in a direction you could run if you would like to.
I think we found the boys.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I think we should be with them.
Yeah. So
That
we're
must
still,
be
but-
the boys.
Found them.
All right. Excellent rescue mission. What the heck is all that noise? I think I have an idea.
So you guys, and the timing on this is kind of loose.
Right.
Right. So you guys hear this and start booking that direction. You kind of book that direction, and then this tent swings up as you guys are walking back to try and do some other shenanigans with the other elephant. The tent kind of opens up, and you see him looking at you. And as this happens, you guys you kind of collide with him running towards these tents, and there's what's clearly was one and is now like 5 or 6 clowns chasing you guys, you two and Ryan. And you kind of run into them, turn and see all these clowns behind them, and keep running with them as well. There's this big group of clowns running after you, and you guys are going to kind of meet almost simultaneously as this guy comes pushing through the fence, through the tent. So you guys are all fairly close to escape. with a horde of clowns and a big scary mallet wielding strongman
Very
close in tow, right near the woods here. At this point, it seems like everyone could like get to the fence, but you don't know who all's going to be faster, who's going to make it there. I will let 2 people from the entire group choose, and choose an order. 2 more pulls have to be made to make it out of here.
I'll do one of them.
I'll do one of them as well. We've been making pulls all night.
Rochambeau. Okay, do you want to go first or do you want to go second? I'll give you the preference.
I'm fine. I'm fine either way. Do you have a preference?
Nope. I'd go second just because I feel like that's going to be the harder pull.
If it's a pull.
Just
If it's a pull at all.
Yeah. Listen, I can't do anything about that. Even if
I know I am checking that same row again, just because I'm hoping
it looks,
the balance
but
will have changed.
That's like
Well,
the
I mean, there
foundation.
is 3 on the top again, so you do have a kind of fresh row there. At least you could try and finagle. It'd be a damn shame to make it this far and on the last 2
I know.
pulls.
This is one in particular that for some reason I just want everybody to make it out alive.
You just knock it over.
A bunch of kids.
The one in the middle.
Yeah, but I just like touch it and the whole tower goes wobbling around.
It's a little bit of a...
But I just don't think that one's no go. That whole row is bad. Like half of these are like in a terrible spot. That one's solid. Nothing on the bottom row is gonna move.
No.
It's gotta be that middle one then.
Yeah, that's like. Has that one got any movement to it? No.
Don't be ridiculous.
Oh, no. I don't like putting any pressure on it at all. Like having to actually push on it is like
Very nerve-wracking. Oh, can't put any kind of torque on it there.
2 might have been too mean at the end here, but
Well, we haven't had it fall over yet, so it's just very tense. All right.
should work well. A final pull for all the marbles here.
I can't pull that one on.
Unfortunately, no.
I don't know if you have any options.
What about
No.
what about this guy right here?
This guy here?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was just gonna say you could try that complete row of 3 that we've tried every time.
No, that's like a foundation block. Like that's what's keeping everything else steady.
Send it on there without ruining your whole career here. As you guys go dashing into the woods, spreading out into them, you hear creepy chuckles and angry mustacheman yells behind you, but disappear into the woods to make it back to town.
Yay!
You have survived this game of dread and saved Ryan.
Nice.
I think that's the only time that we've had somebody not
that was so
fuck
bad.
it up.
And that.
That's
You don't high five him. He tried to kill us.
But I failed.
But I-
You're welcome.
All right.
As soon as going through the questionnaire, as soon as the last question was like, "What's your favorite thing to do?" Like at the carnival, and it was just like, "Oh, great."
Oh no.
I was like, immediately it's like murder clowns, and it's just like I was like, "Oh, great."
No.
If you were wondering, the name of this dread game is the Cannibal Carnival.
Hooray!
You all survived the Cannibal Carnival. Good work.
Now let's shake the table until it falls over.
Would someone like to like knock it over together as like a
Yeah.
final hurrah?
Ring toss it.
Oh,
nice.
ring toss!
Ring
Ring toss!
toss.
Do it. Someone who wants to ring toss?
Oh
Who's
my
ring tossing?
God.
Oh, yes.
Our king ring tosser.
King ring toss.
Uh,
I've been
Alright,
doing
wanna
good
go?
shooters
You wanna
lately
go?
at work.
All
I
right.
got sodas in front of me. Let's not.
If you make it on top.
Hey!
All right. Good job, everybody. I hope everyone had a fun time. Good job surviving the Cannibal Carnival.
I can't believe.
I'm impressed that everyone made it out alive.
Especially from like the sort of the escape of the Mirror Maze onwards, I just like how many pulls we were making. I
Yeah.
can't believe that it stayed up that long.
I'm impressed. You guys
We
did
were
awesome.
definitely down to the wire.
Yeah. I was really hoping one of you guys would just keep egging me on, and I would.
You'd go angry mode.
I was
you were
almost
close.
Almost.
You
When we
I
were
saw
down
it,
there. I was
yeah.
like, because if you would have said one more time, called me like
chubby.
chubby or you know, just
Folderson.
Folderson or whatever. That's when I was gonna.
It's
just be
I
like,
would have loved. I would have loved
Rage
like I would have
mode.
loved like Steven saving the day.
Uh-huh.
Just like
in a rage.
yeah, just like
Well, I was hoping maybe one of the clowns would call me. that
That one's a fat, juicy one. Okay. Well, good job, everyone. Hope everyone had fun.
that was a lot of fun.
For those of you watching this, I hope you all enjoyed this story. Enjoyed watching all of us sweat. Mostly all of them. I had a great time. If you did, please leave a like and comment. We have a video coming up for how to write your own one of these, and I'm going to kind of use this one that I wrote as a sort of example on how I went about making this for everybody, and use that to show kind of my process for making one of these. We also have the review on the channel. It goes over just kind of the basic rules, some ideas about it, and our opinions on it. If no one else has anything else they want to say, then we've got to say what we got to say. So go forth, slay dragons, sling spells, roll dice, and enjoy your downtime activities. Thank you, everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye.